We are going live. We are going live. I want to start off with some cool music that I found.
When you step into the light, you're never there for long.
That is too loud. That is not good. Sorry about that. What was the song that we wanted to play? We found a cool song. Here it is. Let me turn this down. We'll get into the Harmony 1 chart. Everything is looking phenomenal. And I wanted to go over kind of the details this morning as we're up 10%. I wanted to talk about why and what that means in the context of our discussion yesterday. Our stream last night was critical. Okay, it was very crucial in terms of the movement you're seeing right now. It'll explain it and let you know this is not the time to just jump all in on the bus. Okay, I'll just say that because we have a different strategy at work, and it explains what's going on and why we reached the pricing level that we did. So as we look at Harmony 1, let's get over to, that music was awful, sorry about that. Let me make sure that we've got a good live feed here. Let's make sure that our audio is okay. Yeah, okay. Welcome everybody to the update. Now, what we're going to get into, a lot of people may have received updates. I received one on, what was it? I want to say it was on, did you guys get anything on either crypto.com or Binance, okay, talking about the escalation in price. I want to talk about, we discussed yesterday what the market makers, what the exchange, okay, what they're in the business of, okay, what they can do at any point in time. Essentially, what they can do is they can cut some corners on the time intervals, okay? Now, they don't have to necessarily, but when it's in their interest, okay, when it's in their interest, they will pick a time interval. I want to say they won't pick one. I'll walk that back, excuse me. I think that would be illegal for them to do that. They have algorithmic trading, and I would pay attention to this. They have an algorithmic trading or a programmed trading to execute upon, okay, this is a market maker that would execute upon purchase and sale contracts on the buy side, on the sell side, okay? Those will maximize an intermittent kind of a frequency or the duration of a price action, which will then, that programmed trade will then be pushed out to, say, 5,000 people, 10,000, maybe 10 million people, however many users have expressed interest in Harmony 1. So that is what we saw here today, and you literally have to get very precise. Now we're going to talk about why we're seeing a little bit of price action up in here, okay, and why it's not really gone down to this baseline which we saw before, okay. And it's very simple, but I want you to understand why that is. It has to do with the allocation strategy that we had discussed yesterday in and around this zone, going in very, very lightly on an accumulation basis. Excuse me. Hope you guys rested well. Hope you have had a good morning thus far. Let's go ahead and measure up and see what this actually is and just see how minute this is. Okay, now this is at 8.9. I can get into a different, I'd say frequency zone, okay, or time frequency, in which we'll be able to see a 10% or 11%. Now, some of you know this morning, and some of you contacted me via Discord. Incidentally, let me put up my Discord. Let me go ahead and pin that to the top. If you guys are just tuning in now, give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I give you the Discord. We are really, let's see, hold on. We're really forming a great Discord group. It's got a just a phenomenal, kind of character to the whole deal. Let me say, I'll put Discord here. I'm going to pin this to the top of the comments so you guys can go ahead and sign up. Let's do this. It's just kind of the back channel where you guys can receive information, stay updated. You can communicate with each other. Let's pin that to the top. There we go. For those of you who are just jumping in, the first thing you need to do is just hit the like button, hit the thumb up. It will get out the information in terms of the update for Harmony 1 to everybody in terms of the community, not just something that's pushed on behalf of an exchange, but those of you who are invested in Harmony 1 and in the community. We need these channels, these direct channels to communicate. They're essential, and by you hitting the thumbs up. And make sure you hit subscribe as well and turn on notifications. I have to tell you guys, we were going over last night. We had a great stream, and we were discussing literally within the last 12 days, okay, that members of the community, based upon the entry spots, the entry targets, I'll say the pricing targets, and the resulting price action that we have seen, two critical price actions here, members of the community have multiplied their money by two. All right, they've done a 2x in the last 12 days based upon the information from the channel. That's it. This one was a fake out, Head and Shoulders. We called it. This did not have to happen. People listened, they watched the channel, and bam, okay, 30%. This one here was an exact specific price target. All right, people entered, bam, 30%. These negotiated kind of areas here, specified price target, two incidents of 10%, bam, 10%, bam. So we have that cumulative, along with another 10% opportunity that people got back into, represented a double, okay? That was a 2 times people's money in the last 12 days win. Well, during a time period when Harmony One was having a little difficulty, I would just say during a retracement, okay? And we do expect an upside. Our view of Harmony One is extraordinarily bullish. We have a very favorable opinion of Harmony One. We have chosen to get very involved in Harmony One, okay, from a kind of almost a logistics standpoint, from a, I want to say a fundamental and a technical standpoint. So it's critical for us to bring you this update. Now, to get to the kind of the meat and bones, what do they say, the meat and bones of the circumstance. We are currently waiting for a possible retracement to the golden pocket area. Now, that is a specially designed, I say a specially designated area based upon Fibonacci retracements. Very simple, very simple. It's a calculated retracement area, as you know, on a trend, okay? When you have kind of an expression of a relief phase in the form of a retracement, you will typically retrace to a specified level. That is how individuals set their purchase targets, their pricing targets for accumulation upon, let's say, a dip. People will say we have to buy the dip. Yes, that's called a retracement, and you go in at a pricing target, okay? The level at which you purchase and choose to purchase is typically calculated. It is a ratio or a percentage pullback of the overall, okay, pricing action, which maxed out in and around here. Now, it's going to depend whether or not we're looking at candles or we have smoothed things out. Let's say in and around 22 cents ballpark. So as we look at this retracement, okay, we hit this perfectly. For those of you who have been paying attention to the channel, we literally were foretelling this exact price target, guys, at a heavier level of investment, and people made 30%. So congratulations to all of you. For those of you who doubled your money watching the channel over the previous 12 days, while we have been in amidst arguable frustration. This was a difficult call. We made the call. It worked out. We were correct. It was a fake out for Head and Shoulders. If you look at the details in here, you can go back and look at the tape. We called this on the technicals. 9 out of 10 times people would have said we're out. We said no, we're in, due to the problems that Binance, if you guys remember, Binance was withholding certain privileges like withdrawals. So that was a big issue. We called this and said, no, we don't like the Head and Shoulders because Binance is playing with the market. Let's stay strong. We still like the fundamentals, and bam. Okay, so we got 30% there, down pricing target, 30% here, along with 2 other little pickups, and double your money. Now we're in a position, let's go ahead and zoom into right now, because some of you may have received those alerts, okay? Some of you may have received those alerts this morning, and you may have not known. You may have not known what's going on with Harmony. Should we get in? We discussed last night. Now, if anyone is new to the channel and new to Harmony One, please listen to this information. We did do a critical kind of update last night. And in the stream last night, we talked in depth about accumulation strategies, buy-in strategies, buying the dip. Okay, we discussed that last night in depth. We got very technical with it. Technical enough, in fact, that it foretold kind of an event like this morning. The event is, well, Harmony One is up 10%. You get notification of that. Okay, well, what does that mean? It's going to run another 30%. Okay, let's talk. That's why we did the stream last night, okay? That's why we We harnessed a lot of energy amongst the community, etc. Had a great discussion, and you're part of that community. Please make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. It's key for information like this to, I'll say, lessen your risk and to maximize your gains. That's our goal, is to bring you accurate information to maximize your gains. So we do that, and we bring you timely information. It's going to be brought to you in a timely manner. So that's the goal of the channel. We've been extremely successful thus far. You guys know that. You're probably the ones with notifications on. You know that we slam dunked this 30%. We slam dunked this 30%. Bam, at 10%. Bam, at another 10%. Doubling money, okay? 2x amidst this kind of chaos is phenomenal. So we think that the Binance issue has washed out. We think that the withdrawals have been completely, the horses, the saddle's off the horse, they've let the reins go, etc. We believe that's been completely corrected. So we haven't heard any complaints from anyone about any restrictions on that. So Harmony One should be good to go. The question is, will it continue to retrace a bit? Will it find, maybe not in the primary, okay, in the primary, my background is technical analysis, okay, but I still discuss the fundamentals simply, because if you become too technical, you can't understand the overall story, and we don't want to just, we don't want to turn into computer programmers or Autobots that are trading. That's so fun. So as this retracement, okay, just a drop in price, guys, a drop in price over time. Now this is a healthy expression of the price action after experience at 20x over a period of several weeks. That is the story of Harmony One, a 20x on your money over a period of weeks. All right. So, and that was while the larger coins were having difficulties. So the fact that in the last 2 weeks, while it hasn't been multiplying people's money on the upside, we have been able to capture a 2x. Guys, that changes the nature of this whole deal. That literally takes it to a 10x. We literally have taken a 10x, backed off, and we've turned it into, I'm going to say, instead of a 20, we're going 40. We literally have doubled during this time period. So I want you to know that's literally what has been done by some of the members who have been very involved in this channel, the stream, etc. We're very, very calculated. You guys know that. So that's a better story than what you've heard on Harmony One. That's our story with Harmony One. So and it has a phenomenal track record to build on. So that's all to the credit of the management team. It's to the credit of the broader based community, you guys. Let's dig in here, and also I'll say to Binance and to Crypto.com. They seem to be doing very well amidst this alt season. So that is what we need to continue to see for us to stay excited about Harmony One. And we're in it. We've got a position, and we're happy with it. And we're enjoying teaching individuals how to trade generally, just the dynamics. Now, we're not getting into, let me pull back out on this and get off these candlesticks. We're not into financial advice. We're not giving you financial advice. Primarily, I'm going to tell you guys, we're not going to go through the disclaimers that need to be gone through. My past is with a hedge fund ownership, private hedge fund ownership, okay? So that's my background. Now, financial advice, I'll tell you, it's going to include a whole lot of caveats, a whole lot of information that's relating to risk. I'm not informing anybody about the risk. I'm just telling you, this is for educational purposes. So of course you're going to want to get that information from a qualified financial, analyst who is going to sit you down and make you sign all the arbitration clauses, right? That's not my style. That's not what we're into right now. That's not what I'm doing. So that would qualify this as not being financial advice. You guys see how that works? Most people will say, well, it seems like financial advice. This is, and I want you to understand on Harmony One, is someone pushing something. No, okay, that could be construed as financial advice. Understand, to become financial advice, it needs to be in line with federal, state regulations, all these other issues in terms of potential loss, etc. You guys smash that like button. Let's get this out to people. It is working. About 77 to 85 are watching now. Good job. So let's talk about the support levels, why they're coming in the way that they are, and how that matches up with our accumulation schedule. And I want to talk about that based upon the stream that we did last night, how it's playing out exactly. It is literally playing out precisely, and I mean exactly, again, on our pricing targets. It could not be any more accurate than what we literally put together last night in terms of pricing targets, okay? We're getting a run up based on what? Based on the 0.382. It's the first level of Fibonacci retracement. That's all you need to know. It's a pre-established. These are not my calculations. In the past, we had to calculate these. Okay, you want to know, well, we just got news of a 10% spike in Harmony 1. What does that mean? Is it time to jump on the bandwagon? No, 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 no. This is when we watch. Okay, this is when we wait. We have the discipline to sit and let the pricing action develop. I tell people, don't ever buy something with a tail on it. Okay, and when I mean that, when I say that, what I do mean is as you're looking, excuse me, as you're looking at the price action, all right, throughout this, and I really mean throughout here as well, it can become difficult, but there's just better ways to make your money, all right? When you get into being notified, a lot of times you'll be notified, look at this prior price action, and let me explain that in relation to where we're at right now, because some people may want to know, they just got news, is it time to buy in right now, okay? Anything, these are kind of predefined channels that you guys know. These are essentially predefined channels. It's a downward sloping channel or price action. You will be notified typically in and around here, okay? You might be notified in and around here, okay, of a surge in price. Crypto.com, Binance, etc. will send something out like they did this morning, and wham, look at it, there we go. All right, now that's a typical setup from an exchange. They can change things around, but that's going to have a tail on it, guys. That's going to have a tail that, well, I guess we can go ahead and jump on in and hope to get, and this is where you get into, it's already got a tail on it. We're going to jump in. They're probably going to offer it to us around here after the price has made its movement. We're going to pay a little bit of a premium to around here, and by that time, yeah, it's got a pretty sizable, tail kind of growing up on it. This is, as I look at things, let me turn this back down. As you look at this, whatever this formation is, this here is going to be a spike. I'm going to say it's like a tail. We don't buy anything with a tail on it. All right, if you think of kind of a dog, think of something else. As the price action is stepping up, particularly in terms of these levels that are being created early on. All right, we've got some consolidation, then wham. Yeah, this is when you're going to get notified during this upward trajectory of the price action. We don't buy anything with a tail on it. All right, and that's just we can kind of adjust these. Let me get into drawing some sort of it's just a hard and fast rule that will save you from making mistakes. And it's just based on kind of an educational premise. I learned it from someone. And yeah, it's a kind of a good rule. It's kind of a good analogy that I like. Because a lot of people will get in and you want that movement on the price. It's already moving. Yes, we want it to move more. All right. Well, the difference is it's already moved, and when it's already moved up to here, this is a previous example, okay, of let's say a 10% escalation in the price, okay. At this point, okay, you're getting into this, you're going to be charged a premium by the exchange as well, so you're not just up here. By the time they notify you, you're really kind of up in here, all right. And by the time you're really up in here, you're going to buy in. And then I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to time this perfectly to get out up here. No. And most of the times when you look in, if you're already into the upward trajectory of it, look at the fact you're going to pay the premium and look over here. Okay? You essentially could have waited a few days, gotten back in at the bottom level. We'll teach you how to do that in a second, or at least the fundamentals behind doing that in a second. And then you could have made real good money. If you miss the boat on something, don't worry about it. Hey, there's going to be another. If you miss the train, there's going to be another one coming on the schedule. So they say if you try and jump on the train once it's left, you'll fall on the tracks. Have you guys heard that? So let's look into the specific price action here. What's going on? How it met our targets precisely? What that means to you? Okay. What that means to the price action? You want to know: is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Long term, we're bullish. We're very bullish on Harmony One. We're excited about the team. We're excited about the everything from the DeFi aspects to it's a beautiful story. The more I learn about it, it's a beautiful story. Is all we really have time for right now. Now on the pricing action, we did see a 30% spike over the last 24 to 48 hours. That was phenomenal. We were able to participate in that pricing action. Okay, a lot of our individuals in the community did make 30%. They made a clear 30%. Some people made up to 50% just within the last 24 to 48 hours with our pricing targets. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. Some of you may have stretched those pricing targets. Extra congratulations, potentially to get to that 50%. Now, as I draw in the Fibonacci, okay, Fibonacci is an ordered, calculated sequence. It is essentially, it is exactly, it is the proportional, okay, the proportional dynamic that's involved in the natural behavior of a price. Okay, the natural behavior of a price after, if we're dealing with the retracements, okay, now this would be a retracement because we have gone, and I'm just going to give you a quick lesson. People wanted a lesson in Fibonacci. All right, I'm going to go to the base. Okay, I'm going to go to the low point, the new low that we have. I'm going to extend up through, okay, the top of the price action. Okay, I would recommend, if you guys don't know about charts, if you don't know TA, that you always, okay, you pay attention to someone who knows the specifics, because depending on the time frame, depending upon whether or not you're looking at the candles, depending on not you're looking at the candles or the wicks, wherever you're at, it makes a difference. Okay, so that's all we've done is generate figures. We have generated, and by figures I mean literal computations. Okay, and these are real small. They're always small on my screen. They're probably small, maybe indistinguishable on yours. This first area is the 0.23. Now, what is 0.23? Well, that's kind of the red zone. Okay, that's a 0.23 is a retracement. Okay, and as we zoom in, we'll have to, I say, get the scalpel out. Okay, but we have to literally get the magnifying glass out here, and are we right on? It looks like we're about right on. Okay, now we may have to get this on exactly. Are we exactly on? And I'll show you how this makes a difference and why being extremely calculated and having some experience with TradingView, for instance, having some experience, okay, with these matters is crucial. All right, it's just crucial, guys. You have to know your program. Now, you could probably train with the program. That'd be great if you guys want to train with TradingView. This is the most popular trading application that's available. This is the premium edition. It's available on every single trading, essentially, exchange app that's going to be pushed to you. The same dynamics, the same framework. So when I'm telling you a support price, guys, it's me, but it's really the trading program. Okay, I have experience when I started trading stocks in high school, guys. That's what my first acquisition was in high school. Okay, I think actually I won a competition in high school and was given my first real what I call an acquisition, a stock acquisition. So let's look at what these retracement levels give us. The retracement levels from the price action this morning. You were notified. Well, Harmony One is up 10%. Does that mean it's going to run up again? Are we going to have a moonshot? Huh? We're going to the moon, right? You need to understand and be able to level out your risk in any investment. You need to understand pricing action, okay? The normal expression of price based upon the duration or frequency, okay? The frequency with which you experience a positive or a negative trajectory. Okay, this is a positive price action, positive trajectory. This was 30% here within the last 24 hours. A normal duration, now it can defy the odds, but a normal duration, okay, will be something that will be calculated that we will look at and be able to time. We want to know within what timing interval, i.e. this normally does this, for example, this normally does this every 3 days or 4 days, okay, within a 48 hour time period, 48 to 96 hours, we're looking at possibly having a price action event, possibly 7, or some is carved in at 72 hours. We have a pricing frequency or duration with which we are expecting a price movement. Okay, and those are all calculated, just like we're doing these standard, guys, just like we're doing these standard retracement levels, which are going to give you what we discussed last night in the stream. They're going to give you a graduated, okay, or an increasing accumulated schedule with a purpose in mind. As the time here passes, as the duration continues, and as this experiences its natural ebb and flow, the last thing you want to do is purchase in this red zone. I have no money available for anything in the red zone at all. No money. All right. Why? Because the element of risk is hugely important, okay, to the maximization of our gains. And in the red zone, the risk that we will experience a further retracement it's calculated to the probability that yes, we will certainly almost certainly, it's within a probability, of course, but we will most likely receive a further retracement on into at least the 0.382 level. This 0.382 to 0.618 is crucial, okay? Those are crucial levels that you're going to want to look at in terms of what's most probable, okay? What is most probable in terms of the retracement of this. Now, we have set up this point of retracement. This point of retracement going down to the 0.382 is the first level of retracement, and that level of retracement is something which is an ordinary calculated level of retracement from trading view. This is from the actual Fibonacci standardized levels of retracement and proportion levels that are built into the trading program. So when you don't understand what those trading levels are, this is precisely what they are. It's telling you and it's telling us, based upon the spike in price, that we have a retracement down through 0.382. Now that is precisely the point at which we have discussed is a level, okay, where we have additional money available, okay? Getting into the green, yes, we have some money available, okay? People got into the green, look, a little bit of money was available. And I normally say about $100 or so. $100, and I'm going to bring that up in the context, maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000, etc., maybe a million, depending on your overall exposure that you're requiring, okay, that you're requiring to maximize your returns and to minimize your losses. You guys smash the thumbs up if you can. As we look into this, we have some money available, just a slight amount of money available here. Now, when we have crested back up above this, you'll see these are purchase orders in here. That's a purchase order. That's someone agreeing. Yep, on the Fibonacci's, we have some money here. Bam. Okay? Now we get into this level. All right? We get into the darker green area. When we hit this line, we have more funds available. We just do. Because the possibility of this being the bottom, okay, we're always looking for a higher high, a higher low. Okay? This was a previous low. Okay? This is potentially a higher low. You guys may hear the dogs. They hate the pool. I'll just say that they do not. I think they're afraid of the pool. It's okay when we're having a pool party. It's no big deal. But I think there's something wrong with the pool. They think it's a spirited event on a consistent basis. So little yippers I did purchase for my girlfriend, and she's beautiful. The dogs are just wonderful. We're great to have around. We love animals here. We're very excited. Well, let me tell you that. They're nice dogs, anyway. You can trust assured. I joke I got them off the back of a pickup truck, but irrespective, they're very nice dogs. They're formalized nice dogs. So as we hit this 0.382 portion, we are ready with additional money. Okay, we're ready with an additional amount of cash. Now that is put in as a purchase order immediately and calculable. I'm bringing this up because literally, as we walk on down, we're seeing a little bit of leeway in here. The market maker may not be executing these immediately. There may be a little bit of a little bit of a give and take here. This one is precise, and I'm bringing up this level because we have discussed this level, okay? And people may not know what this level is. It's just the Fibonacci. That's it. So it's our technology. It's the trading program technology that is built in directly to the pricing action that you're witnessing. Why is that important? Well, if you are going to accumulate, let's say if you're going to accumulate it with a goal in mind and you want to play this next event, the pricing event, whether or not it's on the upside or whether or not it's an accumulation strategy in this zone, or if it does fall down to continue to accumulate, we need to be prepared for both contingents. We need to be prepared for the notion that it's going to retrace within this zone and skyrocket up. We need to cover our positions and increase, or at least understand, if you're holding Harmony 1, I want you to understand the rationale between those trading in Harmony 1, okay, and understand how that supports your overall mission. a group or community of educated and skilled, okay, at least purposed investors, okay, and I'll say that maybe that's a goal of the channel is to maximize your gains and build purpose in what you're doing. A detailed approach and a calculated approach in the investors in Harmony One is of benefit to everyone. Okay, I'll tell you from the top shop and in the back end of Binance, I think Binance is the number one holder or the number one exchange mechanism for this coin. Okay, we like that. Binance has a beautiful story. Big shout out to the management team at Binance, CZ, everybody, say everyone, just hello. So we see the pricing action come in perfectly. Why is that important? I'm going to zoom out just a minute. Don't let me lose you guys. This is a very important discussion. It may seem highly technical. Understand if you grow with this channel, the people who've grown with this channel have seen their profits grow tremendously. And this is not intuitive information. I'm just going to tell you, this is not standard intuitive information that you're going to sit down and, well, I went to a nice school, I have a degree. Well, they're not going to teach you this. I know they're not. Okay, I've been to, I've been to plenty of those nice schools, guys. I've been through the Ivy Leagues and otherwise, and it's just, this is not the information typically that we're always going to receive. It's not, it's a specialty trade, okay? So you have to get into, I'll at least say, even understanding the programs is a specialty trade. Not even just becoming a broker or getting in the business. This is a trade within itself, understanding the technology that is in front of you. You have incredible resources at your disposal, free. Most people don't know how to use them. So when we use these programs, let's pay attention, okay? Let's pay attention to what they're telling us, okay? This is the pricing target. We met this pricing target within a 4/10 of a penny, all right? That's beautiful. We'll take that. 4/10 of a penny, great. At 13, yeah, 30% on the upside. Now we have a new, okay, we're going to take this into a microcosm, okay? We're going to take kind of a magnifying glass into the accumulation schedule herein so that we don't get burned if what we do not do in the red zone, and I mean me, okay? If I were teaching a class, this is collective me trying to go through theory, okay? Just theory, theory of accumulation to diminish risk. What do we want to do? Kind of collective, plural there. Not necessarily you. But, it's just qualifying things, just so you understand. Now, at these different levels, I want you to understand, this is how we gauge our risk, okay? We gauge our risk, okay, and maximize our gains. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to lower our coin price, and we want to have the coin price be higher when we sell. So when we buy it, we want to buy low, and when we sell it, we want it to be a high price. That's how literally money is made, okay? When you capitalize upon the purchase and the sale price. Very easy. Everyone understands that. Well, how do we do that? Most people think, well, I just got an alert on my phone. Something's going really hot. Something's fantastic. Well, we need to get it on that. Yeah, I need to get on that before it goes up some more. It just went up. It just went up. The exchange is pushing you potentially, and now there are exceptions, okay? There are certainly exceptions, and some things will run, and Harmony One has been able to run, okay? But we're going to calculate in the duration and the frequency with which it likes to run, and in the meantime, it's going to have to really blister off the charts and do something completely unhinged for it to beat our strategy. Even then, we're gonna be a part of the price action, and I'm going to show you. Even then. Even when it takes a completely ballistic trail to the upside, we're still involved. We're still involved, but at a level to where we understand we almost perfectly mitigated our risk. We perfectly protected ourselves. Within a degree of reason. Perfect protection in the market is difficult to achieve. Talk to an advisor. That's a great issue for you to discuss with him. Now, as we look at the overall pricing action to discuss the underlying, let's say, the microcosm that we're looking at, or the smaller pricing action that we're looking at getting involved in right now, which you may be answering yourself, looking at the overall trend, we look at a larger Fibonacci. We look at a larger pricing sequence, okay? And this is the 20x event. We are at the initiation of the pricing trend. I may have to go deal with these dogs, guys. I wasn't planning on doing this. I just wanted to get into kind of the details and tell you the pricing trend. These are the types of things that could cause an argument this morning. I'm not going to allow it to cause an argument. I'm going to just point out the fact quickly. I wanted to come in with this information. At the upper levels, we have maybe 100, okay? Maybe 100, okay? Dollars of investment. That's just it. As we go lower, we may have 200, all right? As we go lower, we may have 600. We double down or triple down into our investments. Thank you for sticking with me, those who have. Sorry about the dog audio. Now, as we go further down, we have 1,800. We are doubling and tripling down into heavier investments as the price continues to retrace, okay? That is what we're doing, is we are leveraging more heavily on the downside, okay, as the price drops. That allows us to take advantage of, okay, the possibility in a spike in price. Because we have lowered our acquisition price, we have afforded ourselves a larger volume position in the form of more coins. Okay, we are able to leverage and save the larger amounts of money for the probable retracements, okay, on the pricing action, and that gives us greater exposure to profits in the form of lower priced coins, okay, based upon the probabilities and retracements, etc. So, just to finish this up quickly, we'll make this a very quick video because it sounds like there's chaos. Maybe there's a fight outside. I'm not sure what's going on. It's just between the little yipper pups, little Yorkies. I mean, believe it or not, yeah, little Yorkies. There, I wouldn't get them. No matter how hot your girlfriend is, I wouldn't get little Yorkies. You'll have to deal with it. Now, on that, we have a graduated scale. We understand at the lower levels of this, we have additional amounts of money available. Now, this may be 1,000, it may be 10,000, maybe 1 million, okay? As you look down, this may be 200, 2,000, 200, say 200,000 or 2 million, okay? And as you go down, you have to have your reserve component available for these lower levels. Now, you have to bring over, I would say the theory goes, you would bring over the 200 or the 100 over into this entire zone in which we are currently operating right now. Okay, this entire zone within which we are operating on the overall pricing scale gives you a limitation in terms of your potential losses. And it guarantees if you break down, if you spend this entire 300, it may be 300,000, okay? This is an advanced technique that makes sense in terms of maximizing profit and lowering your risk, okay? You're going to bring this amount of money over into this categorical kind of retrace and price action, correct? Yes, we're going to draw another Fibonacci and we're going to have layered zones in here, which are going to be a double down and triple down layer of investments. To capitalize on this pricing action retracement, we want to be able to ride it to the upside, correct? Yes. Now within this top zone, we know we have 100 available. That's based upon the overall pricing action, okay, of the recent bull trend, that we are still in a bullish, a very strong bullish sentiment. The retracement is normal. We want to be able to capitalize on this retracement in here based upon the previous, this most recent price action of an increase in 30%, 30 to 50%. So we're bringing over within this top level the same figures. This isn't changing. Okay, this 100, or if it's 100,000, or if it's a 1 million, this isn't changing. This is brought over, and it's based on the overall price action for the beginning, since the beginning of the trend. We're still in the same trend. We're still in the bullish trend. We're just going through a corrective event. We're just going through, let's say, a retracement, not even a real correction. They'll call it a correction. We're dealing with retracements. So within this retracement, we're going to make money. All right, we already made money. All right, I've talked with you. You guys have made money, the 30% here. So we're still in, we pull over. I'm going to say we pull over in this, and I just, long story short, we keep these original payment amounts, or let's say contribution amounts, into your acquisition strategy. Okay, and this is just the theory, as the theory goes. No one has to implement this, but if you implement it, you'll understand what it takes to acquire a coin at a good price and make money. Okay, because the trick is not getting lazy and say, well, I got a notification from crypto or Binance, I'm going to go ahead and throw in. It's up 10%, it might go up another 20, bam. And you have no idea, okay, as to the frequency. You haven't done any calculations, no measurements. You don't know where it's on a Fibonacci. You don't know which day the information's from. Literally, a lot of times people get it. They're new investors, and bam, it's 100. It's up 10%. Well, it's gone up already, 10 times. I'm going to get in at 10%. It's going to go up another 90, or another 100, 900, or another 9,000. That's the mentality people get into. You need to back away from that. You need to back away from the news. You need to have some calculations where you understand a strategy, where you understand that, yes, okay, this means potentially if I have, let's say I have $5,000 or I have $8,000. I'm going to have reserve here. I'm going to have reserve on the lower levels, okay, as we get into the lower levels here. I'm covered if the market falls out from underneath me. Yes, I'm still going to experience an upside, and I'm going to have a very, very, very disciplined trading strategy, and I'm going to be around for the next 3, 5, 10 years. Watch. With this trading strategy, I'm going to be around because I always have an insurance policy. The insurance policy on my gains is phenomenal because I always have the ability to double down, triple down. The double down, triple down is a technique that's used by the top institutional investors. I've heard this as of recently, okay, on Bloomberg, Bloomberg Finance, etc. This is not an invented, well, it sounds like a poker table. No, this is some of the top investors. This is their strategy in play. So the 100 at this top, kind of top level, again, based on retracements, based upon the overall trend. These figures don't exist until I say, okay, I want the natural market order retracements, ratios drawn up from the bottom of the trend to the initiation of the trend to this top of the trend. Period. I'm going to bring this over just so I can see it, the price action as it goes forward. But it's measured up to this high right here. All right, let's bring that over. Let's see this color coordination. I like it. We have kind of a color coordination, different zones. Yeah. When we get into the different zones, as it drops, we have more money for it, and it compounds on the way down. You guys get that. 100. Then we compound down the next level. When it hits this green, bam, we have 200. When it hits the next pricing target into this teal, yeah, we have, instead of 1 or 200, we have 600. That may be 600,000. That may be 600 million. With the right guys, it's 6 billion. All right. If you want to talk about BlackRock, talk about some of these larger investment firms, they're managing $6 trillion. Yeah, this is going to be a 6 billion. All right, in the right, or again, in the right market or against the wrong market, depending on how they're playing things. If it gets down into here, all right, this is 1.8 something. I don't know. It may be 1.8 million. It may be 1,800. The theory goes that you always need to be protected on the downside. You can do it with a stop loss. A lot of you saying, well, maybe I just don't want to do it with a stop loss. That's not a big deal. I'm gonna hammer in here. If you hammer in here, the odds are that you're gonna hit your stop loss. So go ahead and just give your cash away. I'm serious. Just go ahead and give your cash away because the odds are you're going to get caught and you're going to need that stop loss. That's why people keep losing because they haven't calculated. They don't have the discipline to enter into an accumulation strategy that is in concert with the basic. These are the basic ratios, guys. The market lives and breathes on retracement. It goes up, it goes down. Talk with anyone. I mean, you've been in the market. You know, some people think it keeps going down. Well, that's not what we want. No. So in this retracement theory, as we get down into this level, okay, now I would typically, I'll suggest one acquisition strategy that we covered last night. Okay, one acquisition strategy is bringing over, let's see, if we bring over this entire amount, if it's 100 or 1,000, or if it's 10,000 or a million, okay, this may be 5.4, whatever down here. If it is, we bring over 100,000. Okay, I'm going to bring over 100,000 or 10, whatever this. Add as many zeros as you need to, or take away some. You want to just play with $10. That's fine. There's no problem in playing with $10 at all. Believe it or not, there's no problem. Now your exchange fees will become problematic at some point. So this may be a circumstance where you also want to hear, okay, I understand that. All right, London, I understand that, but what's the real deal? What's the best place to enter? Well, we'll get into kind of what's called a golden pocket area. But right now, we know as it's dropped into this area, we have a little bit of money. We did the calculations last night. It's 0.012. It's real small. These can all be adjusted. But you understand you have more as the price goes down. You may say, yeah, I want to be covered if it gets into the past the 0.618. I understand. We didn't cover this last night, okay? So this is good information. I understand at the 0.618, yeah, London, I heard you say that like that's the golden pocket, right? Yeah, since that's a golden pocket, I'm going to leverage up more heavily into here. I want to put in like 30%. I'm sorry, I'm going to put in 30% on these small ones. I'm going to bring over, I agree, I'm going to bring over an amount of cash that's reasonable upon the overall retracement, pricing and retracement kind of mechanisms in play. I'll bring over this, I'll agree on an overall schedule. On the smaller price actions, since I'm throwing this money in irrespectively, I'm going to go ahead and load up because I really don't want to miss it if it does go up. So I may at the 61, you told me the 61.8 and the 65, that percentage of retracement is called like the golden pocket. I like that. That's kind of the key figure. I'm going to go ahead and go with that. I'm going to decide I'm going to put in 30 or 40%. Maybe I'm going to put in 40% of my money, my overall money into the market at this level. That's cool. That's fine. Do you want to save the other 40 for here? That's cool. That's fine. Okay? I'll tell you that this has flirted down into past the 78.6 multiple times. Okay? We'll have to do some real diagnostics on this to see whether or not, the degree to which it's going to work out for you to leverage up higher or not. Those are some advanced discussions, guys. But at least you understand at the top levels, we don't have as much money. We calculated out maybe that's 12,000. Don't worry, we're investing $1 million. That's 12,000. Don't worry about it. It seems like nothing, huh? But if it were to take off on the upside, you in the hypothetical world where you would have a client on this, or you're managing your own money, you would say, well, yeah, we were able to experience some of that price action. It's at least strategic. You at least have the discipline to say, yeah, hey, we hit our level here. We were able to put in 12,000. So it did skyrocket up. I have good news. It wasn't a complete loss. We're taking care of your money. I mean, you have to say to yourself at some point, I'm taking care of my money. I'm implementing my strategy. I have my purchase orders in at different levels. I know exactly why and at what levels. You see that? So this is part of the beauty of respecting your investments. And I always tell people, if you don't think enough about yourself to manage your money well, I mean, you're not gonna do well. You're the best person to manage your money, and if not, get somebody to manage it for you. Because if you don't respect yourself and don't respect your trading platform, and it's just a Vegas routine, you're gonna. I always tell people, don't throw all the money on the table in the first action. You walk into Vegas, it's gonna be a great weekend, a great week. You don't throw all your money into the table on the first go round. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, we go in real light. We calculate out. Okay, we have an investment strategy on the way down. Particularly, you guys are seeing this. Okay, well, right now it's supposed to go up. Everyone says it's supposed to go up. We agree, that's the price action. It's supposed to go up. What has it been doing? It's been going down. What have we been doing? We've been making money while it's going down, going sideways or going down. We doubled the projections have doubled the money. Literally, we called this, bam, right? Yeah, 30%. Down here, bam. All right? So in the midst of all of this, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're doubling the money while it's going sideways or down on something that's already gone up 20 times. Beautiful. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to understand. So that's an important aspect of reacquisition and garnering a nice acquisition price. So you guys go ahead and click subscribe and turn on notifications, just so you get a timely update on the information, and you can get through that, and you can try and maximize your gains, because we have called a lot of them right on. And I don't see other channels that are calling this perfectly, guys. I don't know anyone else who called this. And I mean, nobody called this. This is one of the hottest. This thing's hotter than GameStop. It's up 20x, okay? It is, period. All right, so we had a circumstance here. People got out. We know why, too. We walked through that whole circumstance. Okay, we walked through this entire, bam, we have this all drawn out, this 10% in here. So now don't even talk about, well, you've lost. No, we don't get into that. We know exactly. We've been following this thing like a hawk. We've literally followed it like a hawk. So turn on those notifications so you can get the information. I'll work on, maybe we will go to the studio instead of being around little furry critters that like to bark at us. When we get into this level, just the dogs from earlier on, sorry about that, little yippers. When we get into this right here, you can kind of think about, believe it or not, Crypto.com and Binance. When you see that, when you see those notifications, okay, when you get in the 10% or you get the, hey, it's gone up 12, well, what's going on? It's going to run. You know what? Look at them like a little pesky dog that just won't shut up. Like that dog, it will not stop. I'm just telling you, it will not stop. We may, We may offend some people. But, if you love crypto.com and the market makers and Binance and all these things, I'll tell you, that's an annoyance because we have scheduled out exactly. Now, it's notification and pricing action. It's good for us to talk, but it's good for us to talk because we can protect individuals from buying something at too high of a price. We already have laid out here the exact entry point. We know in this darker green level, we have a multiple. If it's 0.025, if it's whatever this multiple is, that's what we're acquiring more. We're doubling down. And what we're doubling down, if you guys look at the total sum here in this acquisition category, it will not exceed, the acquisition, category of this, which is the larger overall trend. So if it's only 300, well, okay, it seems like a lot of work for $300. Maybe I'll give that to you. Maybe I still want to see someone with an acquisition strategy. I want to hear someone that has an accumulation strategy to actually make a profit. If you're not doing this, you don't have an acquisition strategy. You don't have a strategy to make a profit. You guys see that? So as this retraces, yes, we're in, bam, at this level, at the 0.38, which is equivalent of 15.51846.476. Right in here, exactly in line with our calculations, with the demonstration of the calculations. I'll say that with the market calculations, exactly on this line. It's not a question. It's not a maybe. It's a no, this is lined out exactly. This is exactly what's been drawn. This is exactly the point in time in which we enter into this zone of additional investment. Additional funds are available there. We're ready to double down. All right, and that sounds, it's just, I'll tell you, the top institutional guys are literally using that language. We're ready to double down. As it retraces and the price gets better for us, we're ready to double down. If it gets better, we're ready to double or triple down. We're going to double or triple down again. It's getting in the hot zone in here, you see. And you have to graduate your investments. You have to scale them as such to where you understand there is a hot zone. Right? Now we're double or triple down. Now we're talking real money. It was 100, 200, 600. Now it's 1,800. All right. What if it is here 100? What if it is 200? What if it is 600? And what if it is 1,800? Now that may be reasonable. That may be reasonable for some people. All right. Now those people who are dealing with those amounts of money up here, I'll tell you, and it may not, depending on your 100 and your 200, whatever your overall scale is, those people and you have to look at this, guys. If you're playing that aggressively, you have to, shake the rafters on this one. You have to understand, if you're playing that aggressively and you've got on this 0.22 and 0.67, we are going to be leveraging in our $1,800 here and our $5,400 here. Okay, that's fine. But that means you've got cash underneath. All right? You're going to tell me you've got 3 times that. I'm going to ballpark 3 times that. Okay, if you're throwing in that, you've got 25 grand at this next level. Okay, that's the equivalent of what I would see on this representative model. Someone who's playing up to a total of about 8,000 here. Yeah, at this next level, if it breaks through, no problem. They say no problem at all. They put 8 grand into this price action, and that's cool. Don't worry about it. Hey, it dropped down. Good. We're about to make some money. Why? Because then they have 3 times that amount available at the lower level. And see, people want to say, well, how do I not get burned? How do I not lose money? Because you got the larger amount of money available for you at the lower level. You're waiting for that. If it does, go on, baby. Let's go in. Bam, look at this price action here. Bam, 30%. As you go down and you invest more, what happens? You increase, your acquisition at the lower levels. As you increase your acquisition at the lower levels, what happens? You are lowering your cost basis and you're maximizing your gains, because every increment of price action to the upside does what? It's going to erase all of this previous price action. If you are down on this, let's say potential 8 grand, if you're throwing 25 in, or let's say 800, and now you're throwing in 2,500, or if it's $8 and now you're throwing in 25, whatever those are, whatever those figures are for you. As you're doing that and going heavier weight on the downside, double down, triple down, you see how the heavier acquisition levels will lend themselves to a price correction being okay for you. You only need to see a little bounce. We saw this bounce amidst this price correction. We saw the bounce at our target level. 30%, bam. We were out, bam. We talked about when we were out, okay? 10% out on the upside, right? This is a circumstance where we just want to make sure that whatever's being played here, go through Murphy's Law, go through the exact worst that could happen. And there is no worst that could happen if you get into a larger accumulation zone for you. If you're picking up more coins, more product at this level, okay? If it were to breach and continue on a downward scope. Now, if it does go up, and you guys understand your investment scale there and how at a lower level, particularly on the aggregate, when people understand this, it supports an upward price trajectory. It supports a real positive pricing dynamic for the market, for Harmony One, etc. So that's what we want to scale into this. As we go down, we want a scaled model for investing. I feel like it's a little choppy the whole morning. I think we don't want to have this discussion because everyone wants to just get in and it to go up. That doesn't occur. That is not realistic. That is why most people, 95% of the people, lose money. Okay, 95% of the people lose money in the market that manage their own accounts, because 95% of the people don't do business this way. They don't see a double down or triple down approach or an increasingly aggressive accumulation schedule as pricing drops. You want an increasingly aggressive accumulation schedule as pricing drops. That may have been the way we should have started this, but you understand, become more aggressive with your accumulation as pricing drops. But it has to drop through your zones. You see, you cannot look at this and become increasingly aggressive. And let's look at this great discussion for us to have. You cannot become more aggressive, okay? Right now, you cannot play this by the second. If you do, you're in and out of trades, guys. I'll tell you, at the hedge fund, we in and out of trades, 7-figure trades, multi-million-dollar trades in 10, 15 seconds. Bam, bam. Picking out 20, 30 grand. Bam, bam, 40 grand. Bam, bam. Okay? This is not the case with this. You don't need that level of tremendous, and this is one of my critiques on the other YouTube channels. I love YouTube. It's phenomenal. I love having you guys in the system here. But what we are looking at is creating this hype mentality and this go-to mentality, and it's getting everybody in the mood. It's hyping up the coin, and it's literally saying, "Oh, we may miss the train right now. We have to get on." It's the Crypto.com and the Binance shooting you a 10% price gain. All right, and what has happened to the 10% price gain? Well, people bought in. I know people bought in. You guys know? Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, people bought in. And what's happened? It's completely disappeared, okay? And we'll go from this level. I guess we'll go from this level. But it's completely disappeared. We have to go to the candles to see it. But it's completely gone, you know? And that's a problem, okay? If you don't have your graduated levels that get more aggressive as you go down in terms of your accumulation, right? So that's the way it is. You guys understand the rationale. You understand that as you go lower on the price, that you need to set your markers, whatever they are. You need to become more aggressive. Now again, the sweet spot, the golden pocket, is around. It's around 1.8 and 6.5. Okay, that's just a prime time figure right in here. You can scale this up on the whole here. I'll tell you that Harmony One has gotten into the gray area a few times. So you may miss out and you may overpay. Conservative, you start heavier on the bottom and very, very light on top. Heavier investment on the bottom, very light on top. Very easy. And as you drop through the floor of this, you have more money available to leverage in and to hammer in. We saw this work out phenomenally well here. So that's really good. We have about 123 people watching. If you guys could slam the like buttons, I would appreciate that. A thumbs up. Give us some encouragement and support. I'm sorry about the vocals from earlier on. We're working on technical difficulties and timing. part of me bringing you accurate information is that, and timely information is that, whatever the cut, wherever we're at, I just need to get on with you. There may be traffic in the background, hopefully not in the middle of a hurricane, but we want to support the community. So give us some, show us some love on the stream if you can. We'd appreciate it very much. If I wind up in a hurricane, giving you guys information on Harmony One, I hope we're making money is the only thing I'll say. I hope we're making money based upon the track record. I think that we will be. So let's get into kind of the specifics on any other questions. Let me dig into yeah, thank you for that. Hey, shout out to VP, shout out to Brian. If you want to shout out, go ahead and give me a comment. We'll give you a shout out. You guys have the Discord. Let's see, Harmony is the best long-term hold in my opinion. Shout out to Imari. Shout out Justin. You guys hit me up in the you're still watching the last video, Michael. Very good. You got it. You got the now you got the emoji with the money tongue hanging out. You guys look at that. There's a reason for that. That's exciting. So you guys in the comments, we have a good group that understands the dynamics. I appreciate you putting up with a little bit of technical difficulties. I don't mind building a small community now if we're multiplying the money by 2 every within 2 weeks. If we're getting a 2x on anything that's sideways or down, guys, that's golden. That's something that literally I would look at a trader and say, you did that in 2 weeks. You're hired. Good job. You're hired. So good job to all of you because you're part of the community. I appreciate you guys hitting that like button. If you hit the dislike button, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't like when the dogs were barking either. I just didn't like it. And some of these issues dealing with day trading, we have to relate it to the holders or else they're not going to like it either. So let's get into that. Let's talk about how this price action does help and can help. Okay? On a big enough price action, because the holders will say, I don't like this. I just don't like this. Guys, I'm very cognizant of that position from the holder's position, the diamond hands. I'm very cognizant of that. I'm very aware of that. I'm very aware of that and the exchange position, how the market makers need to work along with day traders and the long-term holders. You stakers that are out there, I understand exactly how this needs to play in. I understand that you don't want negative news, okay? So when you say, well, I don't like this, I understand not liking that, but you have to understand the normal pricing dynamics of what goes on. It's built into the equationary functioning or the equationary functions of the programs that you're looking at. It's built into the market price and the action, okay, on every market, in every price. It's built into every market and every market price. So these figures come into play whether or not we like it or not. Do I necessarily like this, that we're going through a retracement? Not necessarily. It's something that we can deal with, that we're good enough behind the programs and behind the investment strategies of what we learned in books, etc. Yeah. And, from an educational standpoint, yeah, we can make sense of it. We can fit in a strategy and continue to make money, okay? Continue to present, let's say, strategies that can make money. Whether or not you're good at pulling the trigger or not, some people are. Some people can capitalize in on these zones and recognize, okay, our next major pricing target is in and around this area, 0.618, okay? In and around. The next pricing target is 10 cents to 11 cents. That's the next price target. Some people understand that. Some people have followed through and understand these are pricing targets. These are levels of investment, price targets, right? Yeah. So, we like the traders because they will invest the money and keep the pricing action positive amidst some other kind of turmoil, any other kind of an event, even during a normal, I'd say normal retracement. Okay, during a normal retracement, they provide stability. They provide some sort of a kind of dependable function, okay? And that's additional money, guys. The traders could be anywhere. They don't have to be on Harmony One. They just don't. So they could be anywhere. The fact that they're here and that they're involved on the channel and they're involved in Harmony One, in the market with Harmony One, in the crypto market with Harmony One, that speaks a lot about the attractive nature of Harmony One, because day traders, people who are trading looking for gains, don't have to be involved with Harmony One at all. They do not. So the fact they are, it speaks a lot to the nature of the price action you've received. We want to see it continue to go up. Now the bottom line, let's just close out here because we don't need to kind of dwell on the issues, but I wanted to bring it up while you guys received a positive alert from CRO. That's from the crypto.com. You may have received the same thing from Binance, from your own trade there, from your own station. Now, we don't get excited about that, right? Everyone that's in the group that understands our trading mechanisms and our strategy, we don't get excited about that at all, right? It's not even a fake out. It's not even a big deal. But you see the exchanges now? Do you see how they're behaving? Do you start to get a kind of a little bit of an insight as to what they're doing versus what you're doing? Think about that. Now you're seeing them while you're in a very controlled, disciplined acquisition strategy. You're in the midst of an acquisition strategy. Now you're seeing what they're doing very differently. And now one of the big differences is now you feel like you're a little bit more on the inside, a little bit more disciplined and controlled, and you have a better strategy than the other people that are going to be taken potentially for a full ride on the way down and don't have the ability to accumulate a larger position. Now, if it were to defy the odds, then we still have a small position. See, we still have that mechanism in play. So we're not going to fully miss out. And if it reestablishes an incredible trajectory and a bull run, I mean, just a dynamic bull run like the one that we originally had, well, then we're going to pick up on that. And we're going to understand that, well, that's been the nature, it's a changing nature of it, and look at us now. We will adjust to that. Right now, look at the nature of these pricing movements. Look at the fact that they have all retraced. Almost every one of them has retraced. What's this one going to do, guys? It can defy the odds, and we can change up our model and our figures a little bit, or we can just say, yeah, it's going to retrace a little bit. Now we're ready for it to go up, already at a smaller position. So that's the bottom line. We're also ready below this entire position. We're ready, what? We're ready for a heavier level of investment. We're ready for that golden pocket in and over here at about, that's going to be about, I want to say the 10-cent mark. But we're ready for 13. We're ready for 15. We're ready for 17. We're ready for 20. We're ready for 25. We're ready for all of these different parameters. And as those trades occur, as those pricing actions occur, what's going to happen? It's going to reset and give us another opportunity to look at what's the next play. What's the next move? Next, great. It goes up 50%. Great. Next. What's our next move? Next move. So that's constantly what we're trying to do. I wanted to give you a little bit more detailed rundown and just kind of say congratulations to you guys. I know it's morning. Some of you have to go. You're in, you're out, etc. And just do understand that we're going to continue to try and update you and educate you. We won't have to deal with I just like the dogs were annoying, right? What's annoying to me? CRO or Binance necessarily. Now it's good because they give us the price action, but now we're looking at it that you guys understand. We need to understand who is, or really comprehend who's buying that right now. Who's going in all heavy right now on that. The good news is you guys aren't necessarily. You have a different strategy that's more in line, and I'll just say, it can defy the odds. It's more in line with the historical performance of Harmony One. Even if it were to pull one of these and just go straight up, great. All right, well, that would put you in a light level. Let's go ahead and draw a Fibonacci real quickly on this level just so you can see an application. Let's look at an application of the theory, of the theory of, let's get into, what is this doing here? Let me get into fib. That's not the fib. That's not what I want. I want the fib retracement right here. There we go. Switch to the pitchforks. As we look at, let's do this. And as we look in here, you want to say, well, how are we covered on the downside? Well, look at this. Even amidst this, now in the early phases, you got your diamond hands, you get rewarded. And a lot of people are diamond hands in the beginning. Everyone is just very excited about it. Let's just watch it until it cools off. This thing's boiling, it's overflowing and boiling so hot. Let's let this fire just burn. That just happens, That's part of the dynamic of going up. People aren't day trading this. People aren't involved in trying to capitalize or project out the prices, etc. It's more what it'll be in a year. You go through that phase. What will it be in a year? To what? To what's our next price target? What's our next entry point? What's our next price target? Right? At what point should we take profits? Huh? People who trade, a lot of them make money. Some of them put food on the table. Some of them want to, some of them want to, double their money in a sideways or a down or a retracement period. Okay, that's just fun. It's a good challenge to some people. Okay, the coin needs that action. Okay, the CEOs, these people, they like it. I guarantee you. If they don't, we can talk to them. During this period, you see the retracement. Yeah, so you see the zone entered into. This first zone is entered into. All right? And also what? The second zone is entered into. So even if you were to say, all right, great, and just understand, guys, this is real money. Remember, we spoke about on the top level, 0.012, that's on $1 million, that's about 12,000. All right, so you're getting into about the 12,000 level. Okay, you're putting 12,000 out of $1 million, and then what are you doing here? Well, you're putting in, let's say, about 25,000. All right, on $1 million. All right, that's okay. That's good because, well, then you go up 100%. What do you do? Close, not exactly, huh? From your buy-in price, depending on where you bought in. Close, you almost double your money. It's not a lot, but you're defying the odds, but you're still in at a price. You're still in at something that kind of makes sense, right? That's not too bad. So, yeah, that's how you're covered on this if it were to just skyrocket up. You guys understand? So now when you see these pushes by the exchanges to go ahead and recruit the cash and this and that, and it's okay, is it really up that percentage over what period of time? A lot of people don't care. They get it. They want to be involved. They're just like kids in a candy store. I brought this dynamic up of the bag of chips. All right, these bag of chips, and you just your hands just slamming down into the bag of chips. You just can't quit eating the chips. It's like you get this program calculation, you get this information on your cell phone. It's like bam, you got to dig right in there. It's just automatic. I want to make money. Bam, go ahead and it's easy, right? It's easy. So we want to step back from that. You guys are doing a great job on that. You understand the acquisition strategy within this, and you understand that there's more money available at the lower levels. If not, you're going to get wiped out. And if not, the bad part is if you don't play it this way, and I'll go with your stop losses. Okay, let's go with the stop loss argument real quickly so we can understand what the benefits are of this approach. I'd say from an educational standpoint of a stop loss over, of this strategy over a stop loss. Okay, because you're going to say, well, London, come on, I've got a stop loss. I'm out right here. I'm going to let all this happen. I'm going to get in and around 0.786. You guys pay attention. Stop loss versus this accumulation strategy. Double down, triple down. The stop loss, you're going to say, and if it goes down to here, I tell you what, I'm just out. I'm out at 12.4. That's it. If it breaks through the 13, I'm out at 12.4. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So you're gonna accumulate through here, and you're gonna get out here. All right. Well, all right. Or if it breaks through that 13, you're out, huh? Because it did test you a little bit. At what point does it swing down a little bit? The market makers say, I'm going to take his cash. I'm just going to take this guy's cash. They just have a phenomenal kind of way of doing that. Instead of doing that and being out of the market, okay, and getting things at a discount, right? Instead of getting things at a discount, you're fried. You're on the sidelines. You're completely gone. You're stop loss, but you're gone. We accumulate at the lower levels. All right? We're in at the lower levels, and we're heavier in at the lower levels, and it doesn't take much. It takes one or two little increments of price appreciation because we're in heavier. All right? At this level here, the 30% gain, guys, you were in heavier. Not only did you make 30%, but you were in heavier at that position. It's money and volume, okay? That's nice. You're in money and volume at 30%? Yeah, beautiful. All right. So when it digs down into, well, let's get out of this market. When it's going at a discount, I don't understand. You're going to get into a market that you like, fundamentals you like, and everything else. And when you lose and you go into a discount, you're out of the market. I don't understand that. I'm on an accumulated schedule with more money on the downside to double and triple down. And yeah, I'm gonna catch this one. I'm gonna catch this 30%. I'm gonna at least give the price target. Bam. Okay? That price target, yeah, when it pops at 30%, any other price, mechanisms, any other accumulation that has happened during this phase, it's completely just devoured. Okay? It's completely eaten up by this 30% rise in price. Same thing will happen here. So an accumulated schedule up and through this zone, if it were to occur, no big deal. As you look at the golden pocket, guys, these are like time tested and true. You don't have to like the figures. You don't have to like what it's telling you. It's just telling you that. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't have to go there. It could go up straight back up to it could go through another launch within the next 5 to 12 hours. Easily. Now, will it? I don't know. But I'm going to be covered on the upside because I'm already reinvested to a degree. Now I hold. Right now I'm holding. I have some very, very a nice holding. Okay? Period. You don't need to know my finances. I don't need to know yours per se. But instead of a stop loss and saying, well, that's it. We bought in and then I'm just out right here. So you just lost money. That's it. You just lost money. You have no schedule. You have no strategy to double down or anything and make the money. I'd say you probably don't like the investment instrument very much. You're not very confident in the investment instrument. I would go choose to invest in something you really like. That's what I would do. Because if I double down and triple down at a better price, I like the story enough. I know it's going to do well at some point. Yeah, it's got great price action. Look at this price action. It's phenomenal. It's going to do well. Look what it just did at this price point. Bam, 30%. Some people made 50%. So yeah, it's got phenomenal price action. I'm not worried about that at all. I love the story. It's a great product. So yeah, instead of just getting out, well, I lost money, I'm getting out, I'm going home. No, I'm ready to double down. It makes sense because it's a cheaper price. Of course I'm willing to buy more of it. It's a better price. Yeah, it's a better price, so I'm going to buy more of it. The other theory, the other approach literally defies economics. It literally defies a supply-demand curve. At higher prices, there will be what? There will be less demand. You guys know that. At higher prices, you're going to have less demand, right? Yeah. So your stop loss theory literally defies economics. Well, it's a higher price. So there's a lower price. You're out of the market completely while it's decreased in price, and you should experience a greater demand for it. So yeah, the market's going to beat you every time, I promise. The market's going to beat you because you're defying market principles inherent within economics. You have you experienced a drop in price. You're deciding that that's not worth additional amounts of money. And no, you don't want it at a discount. You want things expensively, and that's it. Your whole trading strategy defies market theory, as everything has been established. So that's important when you talk about a stop loss. Lower prices, increased demand. Yeah, increased demand, lower prices. Gotcha. Okay, good. Now you guys get that. Your stop loss theory. No. Accumulate, we lose money and stop. No. If you don't lose money, you get a better price. All right, so when you get that better price, you double or triple down. Now, this is it's a big time approach. And I'll dig up the most recent I'll dig up some additionals on this so you guys aren't just dealing with an idea, okay, that you're dealing with an idea that's out there. It's just a real logical framework to work within, and you can apply it to kind of the microcosm here and still gauge your risk. If you operate like this or some strategy like this, I don't even say it has to be this strategy, have a strategy that gets you a lower price. And we'll work on the strategies in terms of the exit strategy. I'll tell you, a lot of these are so consistent, it's literally just like you've got a rubber stamp on the upside. You just do. So as long as you have that, we don't have to get extremely calculating with the entirety of it. But just do understand that there is a strategy on the way up. There's a strategy on the way down. And it's just, with Harmony One, you guys know it's our favorite because it has incredible price action. If we could rubber stamp from here to here to here to here to here, it's just, we just had another rubber stamp. Ka-ching. Everyone just printing money. Ka-ching. Right? It's phenomenal, guys. It's a phenomenal instrument. I'm very happy to have you guys in the channel. I'm happy to be able to bring you this strategy and be able to say, hey, we just doubled money in the last 12 days. Rock and roll. Very good. Very well done. Some of you may have not made that much money. Some of you made 30% and just 30% again. So some of you may just be over 60%. That's okay. Total. You almost, you've made, you're making good money. And I've talked with a lot of you that are making good money. I've personally talked on the phone with some of you who have made good money. Okay? So that's good news. It is nice to talk to you guys this morning. I hope you're doing well. What questions you guys have in the comments about this? Because I've laid out the strategy in terms of an and understand that, guys, because this is really revelational, that you guys will understand. Well, the stop loss, when you get in at a price, then it goes down, you're supposed to get out. All right, except for what? You're defying market principles. You're defying economics. And everyone's going to tell you about stop loss. Oh, we need that stop loss. Why? If the price goes down, okay, there's supposed to be more demand. If you want to defy market principles, you're going to lose. You're going to lose because as the price goes down, you're supposed to experience more demand. You're supposed to have a greater demand because you're getting a better deal on the product, right? Now, maybe you get into a chaotic situation and, there's a split in Hong Kong, China, or there's something, geopolitically involved. Okay, maybe. We're dealing with guys, we're dealing with something that covers us on the downside. Even in those markets, even in those instances, we're dealing with something that covers us, I guarantee you. Because we have more money on the downside. And we accumulate more if it does go down. Now, we have to have something in the kitty. We have to have something in the reserves, I'll say, for this to function. Otherwise, you get more aggressive. The more aggressive you get, the riskier things get. Understand, that's your call. That's where I'm not giving you guys financial advice. I'm giving you guys a program infrastructure to apply at different levels. But if you apply the whole, let's say, 8 grand or 80 or 8 million, if you apply the entire amount during this little pricing action here, well, I don't want you to get stuck. What are you going to do if you get stuck? You guys like to trade. You like the market. You're in cryptocurrency, guys. It's exciting. What are you going to do if you get stuck? You can't get stuck. I can't have a channel and people just say, oh, I got stuck. No. That's not going to work, guys. We're not going to get stuck. We're not going to go we're not going to go play our hand all at once in the very beginning. That's not going to work. You can't get stuck. You have to have money on the downside. You have to have money to be able to participate in the ordinary market function, economics. Okay? At the higher prices, there's less demand. So when the prices go down, there's more demand. Do you guys understand how basic this is? Do you understand that this is not a brand new, strategy from, the 10,000-year-old secret that has been, no, this is not like, well, some fly-by-night kind of, no. This is literally economics in play. This is your basic supply-demand curve in economics. Okay, price is going down, demand is going to increase. Great, we'll still have trends that we have to deal with on the upside and the downside. No problem, we incorporate that with technical analysis into what we're looking at. Beautiful. But temporarily, while we're on a retracement, we're going to wait for the price to drop for our demand to increase. We're going to operate within the realm of economics, of basic economics that's been studied over the last 1,000+ years. We want to go ahead and go with that. We think people who don't, they're probably going to get washed out in the market. They're going to blow up their accounts. You guys agree? I mean, ask the people who've been here the last 2 weeks, okay? And subscribe, turn on notifications. Yeah, the last 2 weeks you've had what? Maybe up to between a 50% and maybe a 2x on your money while we've been in sideways and going down. It's been a sideways consolidation, essentially sideways consolidation and going down. Just a retracement. It's a healthy price action, okay? And it's very healthy when we can pinpoint specifics. Let's get into the comments real quickly, and let me know what you guys need to know in addition to what I've given you. Good morning, London. Hit the damn like, people. Yeah, get us some good stuff. Thank you, Kent. I appreciate that. We had some sound difficulties early on, and I apologize. It was some yipper pups. Don't like the yipper pups, and I don't mind it now because I also don't like necessarily these crypto.com and these Binance big, price movements, all this different stuff. Now, it's nice because it fits within the exact structure of our pricing mechanisms, okay? It fits perfectly within our pricing mechanisms as we have laid out. That's good. Now we're about to potentially go down. And see, this is good. See, now we're going right back down into, see, guys? See what we've learned? See what we've done? Now, some people don't like this. You're right, Ken. A shout out to you. I appreciate everything. But see, some people don't like that. Why? I don't know. But what has it done? It's done exactly what we said it was going to do. Ding, ding, ding. What do we have? We have it doing exactly what we said it was going to do, right? Yes. It's up. Now it's going back down into the lower levels. It's retracing. It's exhibiting normal market behavior. So the alert that goes out to people is, hey guys, wake up. You don't have to buy if the exchange sends you an alert. You don't have to, we don't have to put on our boots and start marching. We don't have to do that. No one's going to make us invest our money this morning, right? We have a strategy. And now we don't mind. It gets in this. Now, if you miss this original strategy in here, if you miss that, no big deal. What are you in the zone now? What are you in the zone? You're about in the zone where you're about to pick back up in. Now you're about to maybe execute your strategy. Because you have a little here, you might have a little bit more here. All right, the 1555, that's a decent number. You may have missed this here. You don't know why that bounced here, but it's going back about to your level. If someone were to enter into a 1555 contract right now, the market maker might pick it up. It'll hit his board. He's in charge of the purchase and the sell contracts, right? He's in charge of that. It'll hit up on his board. The program manager, whatever their equivalent function is, it may be actual literal program. I mean like a program, digital, but it'll pick up on that. It'll gauge that, right? It may get picked up. You may get your kind of level 1 investment, your tier, and I don't know if you want to call the top tier 1 or what you want to discuss that as, but yeah, if you put in that 15.5, that market maker might pick that up, right? And that's just the ones who've already done that, right in line with the fibs, right in line with this. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, that's good. No problem. Now, some of them may have already wanted to make 8 or 10% this morning. Okay? Some of them on the correction, that's when you get into day trading, they've decided, I'm going to hit that 15.5. I'm out at the 16.3. No problem. No problem. Okay? You know now what they know. You know what they know, which is the exact, you see these levels? Okay. I'm fine. I want to make 5. I think it had gone up. You have to look at the candles, guys and gals. So, yeah, I want to make between 5 and 10% this morning. That's fine. We know that the Fibonacci's work. We know that these levels are distinctly characteristic of price action. Okay? So we know, yeah, it hit. Okay. And we're fine if it doesn't. This is no different conversation, guys, than the other conversation that, well, if this holds or if it doesn't, we have more money on the downside, right? Yeah, exactly. Because someone gets in at this level, it's fine. It's no problem. It's no problem at the 15.5. That's okay. It doesn't go through. No problem. When it gets here, what are we going to do? Well, we have more money. We double down at the 15 flat. That's right. We have no problem. We doubled down. It may decide to take another jaunt at 15.5. Okay? Yeah, it may take another 5 or 8% jaunt at 15.5. You may go down. Well, what's the next level we really want to look at? About the 14.48. All right. Now these are calculated. These are not my figures. These are calculated within a program, and it's definable within every trading program, guys. You're not going to find a trading office that I could imagine. Maybe you will these days. I don't know. But a sophisticated trader who doesn't know what a Fibonacci is, these basic ratios, you're not going to no. These are fundamental to the operation of the price action in a market. They just are. So yeah, this other one, 13.7. All right, 13.7. Okay. So 13.7, yeah, there's probably a lot of money. Yeah, 14.4, 14.49, 14.47. Yeah, there's probably, still a lot of money, not quite as much. Yeah. 15 flat, 15.01. Yeah, there's still some cash, yeah. A little less, but some, right? Some. The 15.5. If this thing decides to really go up, and I don't just want 5% or 10%, that's fine. Yeah, and there's, just a touch, just a very, very small touch in and around that 16.19. Sure. Now what that does is that gives me a position. I can either day trade it. I can either work on my 5% at a time if you can get the good prices and if you're not eating up on exchange fees. Okay, you have to have a dynamic platform to work on this, guys, because you're working on it. If you're working with bigger amounts of money, now you understand how day traders work. Okay, predefined levels, heavier action on the downside, right? Yeah. You see now, and you need, 5% of what? Yeah, you start talking cash, guys. So I'm talking about 7-figure positions in and out, 15, 20 seconds. High volatility, high speed trading, fun stuff. I'm glad I have that in my background. It's fun. Best trader on Wall Street. I hired him. Good guy. Great guy. Miss him. Good guy. He still had questions for me. You guys have questions for me. Don't ever feel stupid. He has questions for me. Had questions for me. All right, he would come. The number one guy on Wall Street, guys. I'm not gonna hire some dunce. Number one guy on the bond desk of First Boston. He was. He beat the whole. He cleared the desk out. Literally cleared it out. Just shoosh. Okay. He had questions for me. He'd come up to me. "Well, I don't know what you think about this, or I got to tell you, we just lost money on this, or I had a bad morning. Really? Okay, cool, no problem. I know you're gonna have a good month. Don't worry about it. The number one guy has a bad day. So when you have a bad day, don't worry about the fact that, well, it's just not going to work out. Don't let it emotionally impact you. You need someone looking over you saying, you know what, you got a strategy in play, you're going to do phenomenally well. Not many people have that. All right? This is a strategy. I'm telling you, it's one of the strategies. I look forward to hearing what other strategies you guys have that are going to keep you in play and that can give you some confidence and assurance as the market does what it wants to, as we are on the way up, and just experience a temporary little, just a little hiccup. This has a hiccup. Huh? Oh, cool. It's actually normal. Yeah, it's actually acting and behaving like a normal kind of price action here. Well, guys, we're going to get past all this. Mark my words, we'll get past this retracement. Mark my words, and we'll forget all about this. This whole deal where people are wondering what's going on, overly concerned, very uptight, and I'm gripping the steering wheel. How are things going with Harmony One, honey? You got to take the leather off the steering wheel there. Well, not quite. It's just this. We'll look back at this. It won't be that big of a deal. I promise. Okay. I don't promise. I can't promise you anything. But everything in hindsight is, it's 2020, and a lot of times let's just focus on the here and now and the future. That's kind of how things disappear. You focus on the good things present and the good things in the future. That's how I kind of guarantee things disappear. Now we focus on right now. What do we got going on right now? What do we got going on in the future? Okay, see, it already kind of happens right there. So that's kind of one of the dynamics you can put into play is your outlook, your perspective. This dynamic in play. Understand, you have to have the double down, the triple down. You have to have the reserve cash in this market. You just do. Unless you're comfortable with just getting burned on everything. And the problem with that is you set yourself up to get burned by the hour, by the day, by the week. And that gets your account going down 50% instead of going up 50%. And you can't hang on too long. You can't even lose 10%, 10%, 30%, 10%. You can't do that for too long, guys. And always remember, if you lose 50%, you have to make 100%. Okay, if you're at $100 in your overall account, or 1,000 or 10,000, if you're at 10,000 and you lose 50% of the value, you're at 5,000. Okay, you have to make 100% to regain your position. So if you lose a percentage, you have to make up more than that percentage. I always tell people it's harder to make money than it's real easy to lose money. And it's just the truth with when I talk about returns that the channel has made. Most people say, well, that's good. That's a 2x. That's real good in the last 12 days. That's just the last 12 days. That's real good. Okay, but you don't understand how critical that is because some people have lost money. And while people have lost money, unless it's just with, real light, just pepper in a little dash of pepper, just nothing, just a little, pepper something up at the top levels, make something fun, have a good night, let's ride a wave, let's see what we can do on a launch. Now, the alternative is, no, it was heavier amounts of money. We lost 10 or 15% of a heavier amount of money. Ooh, because if you lose 50% or you lose 20% even, you need to understand this dynamic. Always remember this. It's easier to lose money than to make money. If you lose 20%, you have to make more than 20% to get yourself back up to where you were. Not everyone understands that. When you lose an amount of money or a percentage of money, you have to make more than that. Okay, because you've gone to a smaller basis of your kind of a recapitalization, a reformation of your capital position. That's going to require a bigger percentage to get back where you were. Just think of the 10,000 down to 5,000, and yeah, we're going to have to make 100% on our money. We only lost 50%. Same thing's true if you lose 20%. You're going to have to make more than 20% to get back where you were. So when I talk about gains, I talk about them like that. I appreciate them like that. It's not that we're just hyping up. We got a situation where you're going to make 2x. Hey, cool, we got 2x. You need to appreciate that because it's easy to lose and it's always harder to make. Just mathematically, that's the truth. It's always harder to make up anything you've lost. The dynamic favors the loss, and you have to really appreciate the gains. So that's why I appreciate the community in the last, the last 12 days have been phenomenal. So we're going through the consolidation point here. We're going through this retracement, and it's going exactly as we have it scheduled out. It's just exactly what we said. Okay, you guys know when you started, and I guess I appreciate that. Some people have devoured their likes or their unlikes. I appreciate that. You understand we're trying to get to the heart of this matter. We're trying to get into the to the theory kind of behind this and the strategy behind this. Okay. I don't want anyone to lose. That's why when someone says, well, I lost 20%. Oh, okay, that's a big deal to me. Oh, she's gonna have to make up more than 20%. She's gonna have to, yeah, I lost 50%. Now you're gonna have to double your money? Now you're gonna have to find a 2x. Wow, huh? Yeah, you lost 50%. You have to make 100%. You have to double it now. Okay? It changes things because when you lose 10%, you have to make more than 10% to get back where you were. So I appreciate the gains like that all the time. When I say that we've been able to double the money within the last 12 days, that's on our specific price entry points and the accumulated profits. Okay, the percentage profits. That's not on us just losing this amount looking at the overall chart. No, that's very specific pricing targets. And I appreciate, and I want you to appreciate those gains, particularly in a sideways or down kind of retracement phenomenon that we're experiencing. Appreciate those gains like that. Understand that if someone's down 20%, they're going to have to make up more than 20%. They're going to have to gain more than 20% to get back there. Appreciate those gains like that. In that context, value, just value the mathematics behind it. Value the profit loss kind of, I want you to understand that, internalize that. Don't just appreciate, well, that's fine because the whole thing's going up, and you can in the context, the whole thing's just gone up 50%, so of course that's normal. Not recently, last 2 weeks. So this 2x, I'm talking about an exit. I'm talking about an entry and an exit. I'm talking about an entry and an exit. Okay? In a very difficult, what people would say is a very difficult market to just, we're not just throwing a random, dart at a dartboard, it's going to land wherever. Not at all. These are calculated events. Okay? Calculated events. You're seeing those touches, okay? You're seeing those touches at the critical levels. Bam. Bam. On the candles, this touches. Bam. You got in at this position. 10%. Really? 10%. Bam. Here, price target, 10%. Bam. Bam. Here, 10%. Bam. You're saying, well, it seems like a lot of, bad luck on the way down. Guys, we don't get into the specifics of why this is. We don't judge we don't judge the price. We love the product. We love Harmony One. That's it. In the meantime, while it does what it chooses to do, we love the fact that it went up 30% and that we targeted it perfectly. Bam. Okay? We love that. We love that we were right on this with a video telling you, yep, you know what? Game's not over. Positive sentiment, bam, 30%. We like that we have this price target, bam, 10%. We like we have the price target, bam, 10%. Because I'll tell you one thing that's due, and you guys know this, we are due for some good news. Okay, so that will figure in. We have a great product, a great team. We're kind of due for some incredible news on this deal, and we have to play that in because at some point, you guys know that we're just going to be due for that. So, good morning to all you guys. I wanted just to bring a little bit of the flavor of the price action and let you know if it went up, if it were to go up right now, cool, we're covered. Now, we didn't flip out, did we? No, we didn't. Other people got this CRO deal, this either from the crypto or the Binance, right? That's why you're tuned in, right? Some people got that notification and bam, immediately went in. Okay, they went into a heavy position. We always have more money on the way down. Okay, we abide by economic principles, or else we're going to get cooked by the market. How do we beat the market? We have to start with economic principles. Supply, demand. Real easy. Okay? The higher the price, the lower the demand. That's basic. We all know that, right? Yeah. So we have more money as things go down into the sweet spot. Once we get into the sweet spot, we have a little more cash. But we're not going to follow something just blindly. We're not going to. First of all, I would just recommend you guys study enough to know. Don't ever. I think some books will tell you just to study up on what you're investing in. Don't blindly go into it, and don't have a rationale that's not developed, and don't have an outdated understanding or a misconception about what you're investing in. Make sure it's accurate, right? Make sure you're up to date. Make sure you know where you're at on this periodic interval, okay? That you know these pricing supports. It makes everything a lot easier, doesn't it? I mean, it makes it easier. Like, yeah, it does. You've gotten in and around here. That's okay. You've gone down here. You may have chosen to get out. You had about double here, so okay. You may have already made 10%. You may have decided to play that again. Tell you the truth, some people have made this 5%, and they may have decided to replay it right here. So you have some people that are day trading that are probably already in the money. This is how the day trading rationale works. Okay? It's not easy to do on a smaller amount of money. It's just not. You guys know that. All right? That doesn't change the fact that we have a sweet spot in here and that you guys can garner some knowledge about what real traders do. All right? That doesn't change that, right? You can garner that. I've garnered a lot from some of the top traders. Okay, I sit next to a guy frequently at a local cigar bar. He trades heavy. I'm talking heavy, big time margin, heavy stuff. He's selling puts. I won't get into options. He's selling advanced derivatives in a heavy market, in a $1 billion market every day. So it's, those are the guys I learned from. I like that. I enjoyed the private hedge fund I had. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed him asking me questions. It was nice because he's number one on the street, and he still needs guidance. He still messes up. All these guys mess up. So the best thing to do is have a strategy that works in line with market principles. Okay, supply demand, very easy. Okay, we don't chase anything with a tail on it. And a spike, we don't chase that. And now you see a little bit differently the news that's projected. When I've talked the last several days about, well, it depends on what the market maker wants to do. It depends upon what the exchange wants to do, right? Yeah, because they can push out at any time, and I've said this multiple times. They can push out information that, hey, check out Harmony One, and they'll push it out to people who want to just leverage in or who knows, get involved in a big position, want to write it up. Now they may be involved up here and they're already down and they're wondering, well, we don't like this, and I understand people not liking the video because you're talking about it going down to here. That's not what we want. Well, I can talk about defying the odds all day long. If you want to stay in this game, if you want to stay in the trading game, we have to operate by probabilities. We have to. You guys know that we have to operate by probabilities. The probabilities, the golden ratio on a normal pricing event is in and around, and I've read this. This is educational information here. Is in and around this golden pocket is in and around this area. It's in and around. This is not my opinion. This is just the truth. 14.48. Yeah. Okay. So it's currently at 15.5. All right. Well, the golden pocket is around 14.48. All right, and this has a history, as we look at the pricing, it has a history of even going down into the kind of the gray zone, past the 78.6 mark of retracement into 13.7. That's not my opinion. That's a verifiable fact when you look at the price action. Okay? That's why on a strategy basis, to minimize risk, there's more money available on the way down. It's in line with economics. So we have to blend those economics and the probabilities. We have to mesh all of that together to get a rationale that's something that, and you have to do it for yourself, guys. You have to do it for yourself where you're ultimately satisfied and you're happy with your strategy that you've put together. And I would just say, I hope it keeps you in your boots for a while. I hope it keeps you in the saddle for a long time, because no one wants to. I'll tell you, if you burn up your account or you blow up your account, you'll probably get out of investing for a while. And when you're out of investing for a while, you'll look back to the lessons that you could have learned when you were there investing. And those lessons are important to learn, but it's not nice to dwell on those lessons, the specific moments that you could have made more money or that you lost money. It's not nice to dwell on that for a number of years after you've invested. Instead, I'd rather see people continue to invest. Right? I'd rather see them learn smaller lessons. I'd rather see them put together a strategy, even if it's a little extra work, even if it's a little more complicated, but it makes more sense in terms of a strategy that might last. And it's not as much of a roll of the dice. I'll never forget that roll of the dice. I could have had that, but man. Then your account's blown up. All right, that means you go to zero, nil on your account, or it's kind of useless. You throw your hard storage together, you got some old coins or tokens that nobody wants for another year or 2 years. We don't want that. We'd like a strategy where you're trading and you're able to trade for the next number of years, and you're sophisticated enough that everybody's like, well, man, you got to check out such and such guy. He's been in that for years now. Oh, really? How's he doing? Well, he's been in it for years. Really, huh? Yeah, you start thinking that way and it gets exciting. You're beating the market. You got a strategy for longevity, sustainability. That's what we want. We don't want to do. I'm gonna go roll some dice here, see what happens. Nah, we want to be one of the guys that are in this game for a number of years. We don't want to look back at those lessons we could have learned and we didn't learn. Or the lessons that stick with us and, well, we had to close that account. Yeah, I guess my account's still open. I can call him back, huh? We don't want that. We want people to know what we're involved in, and we want to treat it adequately to where our strategy is going to play out for the long term. And that's going to happen by us always having a security net here, always having this lower level of insurance behind us, right? Yeah, so you guys are doing a great job. It's been a good session so far. We're just in this retracement period. We're accumulating for the next, we'll say the next price action. If it decides to tumble and roil down, we got a golden pocket waiting. That's fine. Literally a golden pocket on this, right? So that is good news. Let me hit up real quickly before we get in. And if you're thinking about tuning out, don't tune out without leaving a comment. Leave us a comment in terms of if you didn't like, let us know what you didn't like about it. Let us know how we can additionally help you out, how we can kind of service you guys in the future. Let's see what we have. Let's look into here. Tony Fat Strategy is watching the channel. Hey, shout out to Tony. What's up, brother? I hear you, Tony. That's a good strategy. We've been doing well. It's a good group of guys right in here right now. So, yeah, before you tune out or anything, just take a moment and price tag to be 50 cents. Good. Lyle, you get it, huh? You understand the joke. I want the price tag to be 50 cents, right? Right now, yeah, we got to pay 50 cents for it. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, before you guys tune out at all, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. We're having a tremendous amount of success. I mean, this channel is selling itself, guys. And it's a lot because of the crew that's in here. The core crew is phenomenal. You're doing a great job. I don't know anyone who would want to miss on 2x on the money. I don't know anyone who would want to miss out on that. It's mind-boggling at some point that someone would want to miss out on that. But some people want to lose money. I don't know why. They want to throw money away. It may have something to do with the way that they think about themselves or something. I'm not a psychologist at all, so I don't know. But some people want to lose money. I don't know why. So if you don't value yourself enough to take care of your portfolio, I mean, imagine you wanted to meet the best. I assume that you value your money and you're going to be willing to take care of it as well as anybody else could, or else why wouldn't you invest your money with someone else? Why wouldn't you invest your money with someone else? You see? Do you guys see? Yeah, why wouldn't you, unless you're going to treat it as well as, anyone else you could find, I mean, gosh, why would you be handling your own money? Yeah, you would be giving it to someone else who you think would be the best at managing it. Right? Yeah, so why would people not want to make money? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Why would people not want to make money? I have no idea. We're up. We have program trades up with 2x over the last 2 weeks on something which has not really performed like that. We've been able to capitalize amidst a kind of a difficulty here. Why would people not want to hear that? Why would people not want to make money? I have no idea. It looks like we have 121 people in here that want to make money. Let's see, 20x1. I'm waiting for January. Hey, I like that, Zero. Got Jen. That's cool. Text, cool. The manifest losing money. Antidote eats. The manifest. This is kind of like the manifest. It is. It's interesting. People want to lose money. We don't want to lose money. Why would we be in the market to lose money? I can't fathom for the life of me who would want to be in the market to lose money. I have no clue. On that note, guys, look at the Discord. It's the pinned tweet. Go for all of you that want to stick in and find your pricing targets and find. We have a discussion in the Discord that deals with hot cryptos. Okay, we have generalized chat. We have the Harmony One. We're just building that. And a shout out to Yoski. Yoski has boosted up the and let's look at that real quickly. I think I have that. Yeah, Yosuke has boosted up. This is our Discord channel. So very cool. This is what it looks like. It's got a tiger on it. It says Crypto Kingdom. Maybe a little fuzzy. It's a zoomed in picture. So yeah, Yosuke is a member there. He has boosted the server up. So we're getting the different potentials there. We will get into level 2 perks if you guys want to further boost the channel. And it's exciting because that's our back door, guys. That's our back door phone calls. That's our back door everything. I don't want to say insider information, but kind of the tips and techniques and what's going on inside the community. We have perks, level 1 perks already. We do have a higher sound quality. We have animated server icons, custom server invite background. You guys will be able to interface with the people who have multiplied their money in kind of a sideways or down market here in a difficult time. We'll work on level 2, but we'll have live streams. We'll be able to have live streams as part of level 2. And yeah, it's going to get exciting. A shout out to and much appreciate to Yoski. Thank you, sir. Phenomenal, very phenomenal. So you guys make sure on the Discord you join that server, and we will include you in all of the conversations and everything else that goes on there. That's where you can have joint phone calls. I don't know if you guys know that, but we can have joint phone calls. Been able to talk to some of you who have made money, who have done well and made cash, and some of you are very appreciative of that. It's nice to hear that. Let's see what we have here. So I'm going to see if there's any other questions, and then I'm going to let you guys run on to the Discord and make sure you sign up and leave your hot cryptos in there. You've got a place there for hot cryptos. So that's where you discuss that at the Discord server. Learn how in the last 3 weeks here we've doubled, achieved a 2x on Harmony One, which has already been up 20x. You do the math, guys. You do the math. It's already been up. It's a 20x, and we got 2x in the last 2 weeks. What is that? I don't know. I guess that's about 4x, right? Not 40x. It's not 4x. It's about 40x. I don't have the money to lose money. I like that. That's the truth. You guys leave some of your taglines. It seems like I love the video. Just didn't understand what you think was the best buy in time. Okay, I get in at 16. I did not realize that I had my account daily auto buy, so I even bought in at the very peak. Okay, and that's important, Lyle. Now you understand the difference if you're on an auto buy, and a lot of guys, these exchanges they're not going to watch your back. These exchanges are out there pumping you information. They're pumping you information on, hey, it's up 10%, go ahead, and that's the mentality. Yeah, it's like was said in here. Oh yeah, we want to buy it for 50 cents. Oh yeah, no, we don't. We have to operate by market principles. Decrease in price means an increase in demand from us, from our pocketbooks. When it goes down in price, then we increase. We never look at a green ticker symbol. It's on the way up. Ooh, we got to get that. No, it's more expensive. It's more expensive. All right. We never chase the train when it's left the building. We'll wind up on the tracks. Okay, and that's shout out to Dubai. They came up with that. I like that tagline. Don't chase the train once it's left the building. You will wind up on the tracks. We don't want that. Some law of attraction type of thing. I like that. Let's see. Manifest losing money. Let me see in through this if I've missed any critical posts, any critical comments. Is it possible to show BTC chart occasionally or overlap? Yeah, it seems to be toying with 58K. And want to see the correlation between the two when possible. I agree. I stayed away from the correlation with kind of the primary coin right now. It's gotten into a position that I want to see. I want to reestablish some periodic intervals before I do that, and I've confused that issue. And I also want to deal with the accumulation. I don't mind doing that, but it's just more information, and I know it would make it maybe more fun for you guys to look into or to learn along with or to stay abreast. I'm just not sure everybody's ready for an accumulation strategy, okay, kind of a subset accumulation strategy with brought over investment ratios, etc. and a dual Fibonacci going on, and kind of a convergence divergence correlation chart. That's a lot to go through. Then we're really getting advanced. But the notion that you guys can keep up with that is phenomenal. You guys realize what you're asking there, and you even understand that. We're dealing with kind of a microcosmic retracement schedule on the recent price action in comparison to the overall retracement that's currently going on. We're applying the accumulation schedule, okay, the double down, triple down accumulation schedule, in line with economics, basic economics, the market principles, at the levels that are preordained by the Fibonacci's, period. And you're asking now, we want to see this in the context of the convergence divergence with kind of the overall investment instrument, which is Bitcoin, right? Which is a larger investment, institutional investment instrument. The fact that you guys are there and that you all understand that is phenomenal. I don't know another channel where they're going off the socks like this. I mean, really, I don't know of another channel or community where they're asking those types of questions and it makes sense to the majority of the individuals. That literally, that's kind of the next paradigm. That's the next thing we're going to want to look into. And it means you guys have been listening, because in and around this 20x that was experienced, yeah, what was having problems? Bitcoin was going down. They were dumping money down into Harmony One and the other altcoins. Okay, altcoin season has begun. So the question people want to know, if Bitcoin goes up, what will happen to Harmony One? Well, we're getting a good price action here, and it's relatively confluent. We did have the drop off of Bitcoin. Yeah, we did. But we did also hit a crucial level here. Yeah, we hit a real crucial level. That 13-cent mark that we had lined out for a week. So let me see any more comments that you guys need dealt with. When to sell will be based on the target price you want to hit. Use long top wick candles. I'm not using long top wick candles. Not right now. Not in drawing my charts. Just want to go with the basics. Let's see what we have. FET is going up. Yeah, FET is interesting. We're looking at it. I like the technology. It's one of those fundamental stories I'm starting to look into that I like the technology on. Fetch protocol. Can Binance handle the liquidation? Interesting. OTC, you want to get out, or is that OFC? I have to squint and see that. We want to make money and learn how to maximize profits. That's what I like to hear. Good job. Shout out to Andrew. To keep money we are now making by the end of the bull run. Almost anyone can make money in the bull run. That's right. It should be very easy to make money, but you just can't be you can't just be kind of convulsive or impulsive. You just can't be impulsive. You can't jump from position to position. That's not day trading. If you don't have, and that's not even trading. That's just losing money. If you're going to higher priced items all the time, and they're going to correct and go down, you're literally just giving your money away, guys. That's a procedure to give your money away. Anything that's up, I'm going to buy it. All you're doing is giving your money away. You're giving your money away to the people who bought it below you. Literally. You guys understand that? If you're buying into something that has already gone up in value, you're literally in the process of giving your money to other people who bought it below you. So that's what that advertisement that comes across your phone and that notification alert, everything else, is going up. If you've already bought in and it's going up and you're making money, no problem. Beautiful, you're making money. If you're looking at buying in during that time period, they're just saying this is an opportunity for you to give your money to people who bought it at a lower price. I don't think so. Now, you have to understand, from a market maker position and an exchange position, they're not even required, guys, necessarily. I say necessarily. They can move the price action up based upon existing positions. They can fill positions on the upside. They can disperse that information to other people, and then they can cover those positions. Do you see that? They can have a million at a certain position. They can say, yes, we're going to fill this up. We're going to oscillate on something that would be we would say that we would be able to view on like an RSI, right? Yeah, I mean, how else does that work? Yeah, in the meantime, they're going to literally, as we look at the RSI fluctuate here. Yeah. Tune into this, guys. When those specific advertisements, those notifications get pushed out to everybody, it's up 10%. Is it really? Is it really up 10%? What's up 10%? The price you're going to have to pay to get into it. Where's that 10% going to, where's that increased price going to go? It's going to go essentially to the people, if they choose to sell it right now. That's how the market maker is going to cover it. To who choose to sell it right now that need to get out of the position. Do you see how the market maker's activity and his conduct in matching up those buyers? Literally, guys, you have the exchanges pushing out those notifications, right? They've allowed it to go to that price. They have the flexibility within this relative strength index. The market maker can move the price around to satisfy the interest of the individuals who got in at the lower price or in at the specified levels. Okay? It seems very arbitrary, doesn't it? But it rewards people who understand the functions of the market and the support levels of the market. And you're getting into kind of a backdoor talk that it's not necessarily backdoor, it's just very fundamental to the price action. All right? Understand, those get sent out to sell at a higher price. Well, who's going to make the money? The people who bought lower. Who's facilitating that? The market maker, the exchanges. They're facilitating what? People who bought in at a lower price. Are they facilitating the people who want to buy in at the higher price? Well, they're facilitating the market. That's why and how they have a market. You know, if we're the exchange, well, we need to facilitate buyers and sellers. Okay, well, people buy in at a low price. Well, now we need to sell it we need someone to buy it at, someone else needs to buy it. Well, someone bought in at a low price. Well, now we need to sell it at a high price. Someone has to make some money in this thing. This has to be a functional market, right? We need buyers, we need sellers, So people bought in at a lower price. Okay, well, now we have to match this up, and at least it's often going to match up with the predefined intervals here, okay, to the tune of 30% that we called out here at 12.8 or 13 cents. Bam, that's a very, very heavy level, all right, of investment. Yeah, so people bought in at this level. What happens? Well, we need to sell to somebody. How are they going to do that? Well, they're going to push the product. That's what they do. They make the market, all right? So understand that's a little bit different than your ordinary, view of these just, completely detached kind of contracts that just show up. No, they're making the market. They're pushing you notifications. People already got in at a lower level. Some people this morning got in at 15.5 on these pre-designated, interval levels that we're looking at. Excuse me. They've already made their 5, 8, 10%. Bam. Who facilitated that? The market makers. Who'd they sell it to? The people who got notifications. You guys know that? The people who get notifications, who plug into their phone and bam, 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 bam. Okay, so the market maker's facilitating the profits of individuals who chose to get in at the 15.5 and are choosing to get out on the 16.3. All right, wherever it decided to go up to. Yeah, they're day trading. The market maker is facilitating that. We have an accumulation schedule. We can get into, if you're getting into that, you're dealing with larger amounts of money, okay? That's just the truth. You're dealing with larger amounts of money. So you can you can day trade. You can go 5, 10% of your money. You're dealing with, 10 grand. If you want to make $1,000, call it a day. That's fine. I hit my level. You have to watch this stuff or put in program trades, etc. If you got money in the market, you're probably watching it. You guys know that. So it's just a lot of it. Excuse me. Hey, excuse me. I went jogging outside yesterday. It's starting to get hot in Texas. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Let's see what we got. Let's see. London, we have ammo ready to pull the trigger here, so to speak. Good. What is a good option that is consistent with 1, to hedge? Hey, what's up, Kenny Crypto? I like that. What's up, Kenny Crypto? Shout out. I like that. What is a good option that is very consistent with 1 to hedge? I need to know if you're actually talking about options or you're actually talking about, we're going to go down the rabbit hole on that one. We're going to go deep dive on that. Wow. Okay. I like that though, Kenny. I like that. Join the Discord. Get in the Discord for right now. The option to hedge against anything or with anything. The option at some point are predefined heavier, double down levels. Retracement levels. Those turn into an option because you're going heavier and you're trying to get your 5 to 10%, right? Yeah. So we can peel off of that. Join the Discord right now, Kenny Crypto, and everybody else. Join that Discord. Go over there right now and join that. Drop in your current hot crypto, your favorite crypto. Let's make sure we have that from all of you. We'll add that to the list. We may even put your name and the date that you have put that in, so we can kind of gauge the performance of people. And that's not your buy recommendation, but we'd like to keep some track of what that is. So there's one section in there. There's a Harmony One section, of course. Then there's Bitcoin. We'll add some different sections in there, but it's for people who want to make money. That Discord is. So, and we'll get into that. I like that question a lot, Kenny Crypto. I will take a screenshot of that on my phone, and I will circle that question. I like that a lot, and I'll deal with that. I will deal with that maybe in another stream or a shortcut video. Skills for a lifetime. Good. My son has started watching with me. Hey, Michael Rodriguez, shout out to you and your son. God bless. Yo, awesome. Great family time. I love, guys, I love the conduct in the community, etc. It has to be above reproach for kids, okay? Grown adults, children, whatever it is. We don't talk anything criminality. We don't talk anything politics. We don't get involved in. We just don't. We don't need to, okay? I've made money with billionaire Democrats. I have made money, excuse me, I have made money and sat with billionaire Republicans, okay? Period. The money didn't care at all. It was really funny. I didn't even need to have a discussion with the money. It just didn't care at all. It just didn't matter. And you'll see, the more you get involved at the higher levels, you'll see the Republicans and the Democrats on the same side, etc. So this is not a place for politics. I mean, it's almost prohibited because I don't like people getting upset with each other. Anything that's going to cause a, whoa, excuse me, just dropped the earbud. Anything that's going to cause a problem for people or cause any kind of a rift, we just don't deal with it. So anything marginally upsetting to anyone, we don't deal with. You guys, you just need to know that. That's the standards. Let's see what we have. I just lost 1,300 just selling my one and bought it again. Lost 7,500 coins. Well, don't do that. You have to have an accumulation schedule, Anthony. Come on now. Listen to the stream from last night. Particularly that stream from last night is crucial. You guys, if you want to join into the common education kind of front going on here, that stream from last night is crucial. It's a really good stream, okay? It deals with buying the dip. I would pay attention to that. And then today we're putting that into practice. We're seeing the price elements in here and how they're functioning. So that's hugely important. I want you guys to watch that and make sure you're on that. We may get into candles on this or not. We're doing just fine. The way that this is doing is just fine. Only been correcting for 11 days. That's nothing. Okay, that's good. Let's see what else we have in the comments. Money didn't care. No, it didn't care. You know that. You guys, it doesn't care. The news stations care. I don't care. I'll listen to, and you'll get past it. I'll tell you guys, if you're wrapped up into the other, if you're wrapped up in politics, turn on CNBC, turn on Bloomberg, and get away from the other trash. The other stuff's just trash. Are they paying you to watch that? No. Is there a chance you're going to make money if you're watching a different channel like this channel? There's a chance. Or you're watching CNBC, there's a chance. Right? I mean, have some fun, do something interesting, make some money. Let's let politics be politics. Let the criminals, the mafia be the criminals of the mafia. Let politics be politics. Let's focus on the money. This crypto kingdom, this is what we're building. We're building something fun. A lot of people need to get away from that stuff. So this is where we go to. This is where we're at. It's not that I'm apolitical at all. I'm not fight the power. I'm not anything right now. I'm involved I am involved in the market. That's my primary concern. I don't want diversion. I don't want side talk. I don't want anyone to ruffle feathers on either side or provide anybody with a reason not to get along. I don't want anyone to weaponize something in our community. It's not permitted. You're not allowed to have an affiliation like that in the community. I don't want radicals. I don't want arguments. I want people focused on money. When you're focused on something else, you're not focused on making money. That's just the truth. So if you want to go focus on that, we may lose some losers. I'm sorry, not losers. I'm sorry. We may lose some users, right? Not lose some losers, but we'll lose some users. That's fine. If we do, that's okay. If you're going to put that above your well-being and your financial outlook, etc., and you're willing to lose everything on, go argue with that. People find all kinds of reasons. I mean, maybe we want to be Forrest Gump and just run around the country. Tell you the truth, I've felt like that before. So there's nothing wrong with that. And if you feel like that, I've felt like that before. 20X1 is waiting for January. Okay. I fully understand your joke, this and that. Okay. We're getting decent traction. It would be cool to have a daily top 3 that we can track and trend. Okay, well, maybe we can start that up in the Discord, Kenny Crypto. If you like that, pertains to good option that flow upward with one and others that are flowing similar downtrend. I'll drop a top 5 in the Discord. Good, Kenny. If you got those correlative events that you've looked at, we've done previous sessions on that heavily. So you guys know we've done divergence and correlation. We started that off a while back. Did we start that off before Harmony 1? I believe we did internally. We started a search for, yeah, we did. We started the correlation argument before, and I think publicly. We may have deleted the videos. But yeah, we've been on that march. So Kenny Crypto, if you want to drop that in, you can put in your top cryptos in the top crypto section of the Discord, and then you can actually put in your top, let's say, negative correlation or your top hedge. Okay, your top hedge cryptos, and say you put vis-a-vis or in comparison to, all right, either hedge Bitcoin, hedge one, hedge this and that, and it's just we're gonna be busy in this zone. You guys know that. People don't think, well, you're giving up on Harmony. No, we're not giving up at all on Harmony 1. We love Harmony 1. We love the price action. It just has to complete its frequency interval. It has to complete the duration, the time duration. You see, while it's doing that, we have program orders ready to go. We have levels at which, when it is satisfied, we are ready to buy in. You see? And so while that is being programmed and that acquisition is going on, what's happening? Well, we could trade in something else if we choose to. Or we can talk about the price action here and continue to learn for a while. Make sure everyone and the majority of people here are learning. And make sure you understand what you're doing and that you have time to reinforce it. And I'm listening to questions, so that I can point you in the direction of some good books or possible some formalized study that you guys might want to go through. The Oxford program is interesting. That Oxford program would get smarter. A trading education, very nice. So those are all important components before we get too sophisticated in here. But they're nice things to do. Shout out, Joe Thomas. Shout out, brother. Appreciate you being here. Let's see, daily top 3. Your top 3. There you go. GRT we looked up. ADA, don't talk about it, and 1. Huh? We all have our opinions. Huh? I'll tell you, with ADA or anything that has already been up, like ADA, you don't hear this story from anybody, guys. You don't hear the fact, well, ADA has already been up to $1. Look at the price history of ADA. It's already been up to $1. It's already been past $1. And I don't hate ADA. I like it. It's a good coin to trade on. It's proving to be a good channel trade, swing trade. I mean, so for that reason, it may be perfect for us. Maybe I'll look at it. It's going to be perfect. I don't know. And it's funny when I mention that we automatically lose five people from the chat. And it's funny they don't wait to hear the point. That may be one of the best swing traders that we can actually find. The swing trade elements that we can find. Funny people are just funny. People get in. They'll hear something they don't like for 5 seconds and they'll run. I don't like that. Like, did you even listen to the rest of the sentence? Did you even listen to the rest of the sentence? You're on a channel where people have doubled their money in the last 12 days, and you don't even listen to the rest of the sentence to listen that it was actually favorable to what you like when you got out of the room saying you didn't like it. It's like, oh gosh, the guys here, this crowd knows that, it's not always a 10-second one-liner that's, we're going to scream at someone with a cartoon face on, and we're gonna get 10,000 likes in the first hour. We're not pushing pump and dump like that. We're not jumping on the train of the trend and pushing the trend like that. We're just not doing that. We have some fun at very small levels. If we choose to do a breakout that's a little risky, we'll have fun. We'll do a show, we'll have fun, and we'll all corral around and say, well, throw in $100. Big deal, huh? People losing thousands of dollars here and there. They don't even know what they're doing. Like, we'll throw in $100. Let's see what we can do with this thing. It's fun. That becomes fun. It's kind of, at the right levels, it just becomes a good time. So that's the group that we have. If there's no other questions, let's see. I just got rid of my ADA and got more Harmony. Cool, Joe. Now, did you get it all at one time? It'll depend. Joe just got rid of all of his ADA and got into Harmony. Beautiful move. I'll say, did you get it all at one time? Or did you schedule it up? Did you have the discipline to schedule it up? Because this is what we all require. If you're making a move like that, from one coin to Harmony, okay? If you're making a move like that, you may want to go to you may want to go to a cash position. You may want to wait in, and you may want to schedule up your acquisition over the next week. Hey guys, we'll give you a week if you want to come. If you want to come over to Harmony One, we'll give you a week. Okay, we will give you a week to get involved in Harmony One. Believe it or not, I know it seems like a rush, but as we look at the Fibonacci retracements and we look at the probable path here after this high, now it could defeat the odds and go up. We're still involved. But are you lightly involved with your transfer over? Or have you decided just to leverage everything in at the top level? Because we don't want people to show up in Harmony One either, and for them to show up in a rush and have an expectation of 20x immediately, because it's going to take a number of days. This price action is going to have to move, right? And it has a great history of moving. But we just want people to be smart. So I want to know, did people, when you're transferring over, when you're transferring over into Harmony One from your other coins that are underperforming, how is that being done? And can you still look at Harmony One? This is the challenge to everybody, guys. This is how you know you have it. Can you still look at Harmony One in this sideways consolidation and this downward pattern and say, yep, we just doubled our money? Do you guys realize how rare that is? I'm going to kind of soften up, and I'm going to dig in on something that has been wonderfully parabolic, 20x your money. Do you understand, and I'm going to have to zoom out here for you guys to see this, do you understand how rare it is for people? Everyone's excited during this time period, right, on the way up. Do you understand, let's say through here, do you understand how rare it is that in this sideways consolidation and retracement, you have doubled your money, or people have doubled their money? Do you get that? Do you understand how phenomenally rare that is? That people have achieved, have traded this correctly? You guys know we traded this correctly. We were literally, I mean, this was the party the weekend before last, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. That 32 hours straight of green candles, 4-hour green candles. And then this one, we hit it right on the nose. So these pricing events here were huge. People don't typically double their money in a sideways consolidation and the kind of retracement period that lasts about 2 weeks, do they? Very few people, guys. Very, very few people. The very small minority, maybe a 5%, maybe even a 5% of the 5% guys are going to get in and even understand how that's capably, how you're capably possible of that. So phenomenal job, great job. Let's see, 12 other coins. That's good. Good exposure, Joe. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys go and have a good day. We're going to transfer this over to the Discord to the extent that you guys want to. We have the accumulation schedules. If you didn't listen to the whole stream, go back and listen to at the beginning. The yipper dogs are talking. That's the equivalent of these push notifications you get from crypto and Binance, wanting you to buy what others coins that bought it lower. See the market function in that. People want to know, what is the market maker? What is he doing? Well, he's pushing the product of what other people have bought lower. So that's fine if you bought in right here. If you decided to re-engage right here, you bought in right here at this level, bam. All right, it's at 15.5. Great. Now Crypto.com is going to go out and sell it for 16.3. Cool. We just made money. You see that? Or Binance is going to trade it out there. That's their function. That's what they're doing. They're making a market. Okay, but now you understand that dynamic in a different context. Not necessarily where do these automatic orders come from? It's this mysterious system of purchase and sale contracts, right? They're making those contracts. They're making those buy and sell agreements. Okay? You see that? Those buy and sell orders, they're creating those. That's why they're a market maker. So it makes sense while they're out there advertising the sell at that higher price. That's not necessarily what you want to be buying. You want to have bought it at the preordained little level here that's mathematically convenient, that it just perfectly hit, right? Now, let's go through this. I haven't talked about this yet. You guys who have lasted, okay, what are you going to appreciate about this? Well, it seems like London's right. Why? Huh? Because look at our support in here. It's beautiful. It's right on the Fibonacci. Right? Yeah. What is that? Why does that matter? Because look over here. You see this? Kind of a double touch event. We can adjust this down with the wicks it hit here. Okay, you see the double touch event in and around the 15? Remember that when people made 10% right on this bigger, larger Fibonacci? We went to the micro Fibonacci, right? And what do we have here? Well, we have this level. Everyone's like, yes, we do. Now we have this different level of Fibonacci. See, on the other scale, on the larger Fibonacci, we have this level being perfectly contacted. Bam, bam. You got in it. You got in here, I guarantee you, on this 15 level. It's close, but you got in. I know you did. 15, 10%. Bam, 15 again, 10%. Now we've drawn Fibonacci differently. Guys, this is crucial stuff. Okay, now we've applied Fibonacci differently just within, we want to know the probable retracement schedules on this price action, particularly not on the overall. We want to go into a microcosm, put the magnifying glass on it. And what do we have? Well, we have a confirmation that bam, we hit this Fibonacci. You guys see? Yeah. Now it did jump up and pop up as it's going up through the different levels, but from the peak retracement, we're sitting right at, and we may go down too. That's fine. But in the midst of, we know we have hit this center level, which is distinguishable. Go across here, guys. It's nowhere on as a support level here, is it? No, it's not. As we see the previous action, it's literally, there's nothing on the map as a support level. So it's hitting a new support level as a matter and function of the calculations going into the retracements, which is what we've been talking about on this Fibonacci, okay, which is a preordained kind of level of, it explains market activity, guys. And you're like, yes, it does. You guys who are looking at this, you understand that. As it's gone up, you're hitting this retracement zone. Bam. Perfect. That was not a retracement level of support here. Not at all. Like zero. It just wasn't. It's nice. It's very nice. Let's get in with a scalpel like we were. I may have to zoom in and get this back exactly the way it was. So that's crucial as you look at the performance support is down here. Now the performance support is here. Right? Now there are other calculatives within this that we can apply, and we can extrapolate all of those calculations. So right now, you know if the price goes up, you're in a zone that you're going to experience the positive price action. You also know that you're not operating against the basic principles of market theory and trying to attract yourself. You're going to lose in the market. The market, yeah. The market's going to throw you out sideways if you say it's priced higher, I want to buy more. What? No, when the price goes down, there's a larger demand of quantity. Anybody have an economics degree? Yeah. It's just basic economics. It's just the facts. It's just, that's life. That's the way it goes. So bam, 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 we hit this as a support. You see, that's not over here. The level beforehand was the 15. Now we're in here. Well, let's go here on the retracement. Bam, bam, bam. You guys got that? Some people may have played this twice. Yeah. Okay. Some people are later to the game. They're going to get in here and play it. All right. But we have an accumulation schedule as we go down, right? And these figures, this 0.025, whatever this is, whatever it is for you, whatever you decide, it's peppering in the money lightly on top, right? On your overall position that you're willing to play this price action with, all right? Yeah, and it's gonna escalate as you go down. There's gonna be a heavier position that's brought in at the lower levels. This is 0.012 on top, very little. 0.025, 0.074. This next zone, the blue zone, 0.22, about 20%, maybe 30, 40% in here. The next one, 0.67. It's gotten into this in previous price actions. Okay, 0.67. Yeah, okay. So that means we're getting more at a better price. We're willing to pepper in and get a little bit. We'll get a little bit, right? In case it decides to go up, we want to ride that up. But the probabilities, I mean, are you gonna take a hit with two face cards showing in blackjack? I mean, you can. I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, do you want to increase the possibility of your profits? Yes. Okay. You're not going to take a hit. Okay, the red zone is I'm just going to tell you, the red zone is the two face cards showing. That's when honestly, that's when your exchanges are sending out all these incredible, fascinating, wonderful, the price is up, it's gone up 20 times, go ahead and buy in. That's two face cards showing. Like, you talk to that guy, man. You talk to that guy. Price is way up. Go talk to him. I just made money. Great. Time to sell. Great. Time to sell. Never time to buy. All right. Don't defy market conditions. Don't defy market behavior. Okay. If your demand for it goes up when the price goes up, it's going to be it's going to be a short ride probably. And I don't want you guys to have that kind of ride. All right. So we've seen the price target hit perfectly. Bam. We got in. Some people make about 10%. Very common. This group likes the 10%. They just do. We know that. There's no problem. So this is the recent price action after the 30% that we literally called to a T, guys. I'm so glad we called that. It's such a huge success for you guys, and it's just phenomenal, huh? So these pricing targets. Let's go with that. Pricing target. Bam. 13 met. Right. Now the exit. We'll work on the exits maybe later today in terms of what you want. Right now I want to focus on that's the gain within the last 24, 48 hours. 2x within the last 12 days. Beautifully done. Amidst challenges, defying the odds, we are doing well. Accurate information to maximize your gains. What we're doing now is trying to accumulate, okay, at a good price. We're trying to get a good price. We're involved on a strategic theory basis, right? Our theory of strategy says we're slightly involved here, and we're watching that as the prices do reach another price target. Bam, 15.5. That's another price target right there. Okay, that price target means bam. I've set a purchase order. I've set a buy order in at 15.5 at a very light level, right? Light level. Okay. Then, as it were to ever go to what is that? 14.9. Okay, 14.9. As it goes there, bam, I have another price target. It goes down here. I got a price target right here. I got a buy order in at that level. All right. Now it gets heavier. When we get into that golden pocket, it gets a lot heavier. And you may have 10%. You may have 10% of your investment in and around this 14.9 to accumulate and establish a lower cost basis. That's how much your coins cost you, a cost basis. Then as we get down to the 0.1445, bam, there we go. Bam, that's our price target. Those are price targets. This one down here, effectuated, bam, a 30% return. Bam, perfect. Now we're playing the individual price action. We're accumulating and playing the odds. It may go up. That's fine. Now watch your fees. If you can put in your buy orders, phenomenal. Okay, just leave it. Put in your buy orders, phenomenal. We'll watch it. We'll give you updates on what all happens. This was a big. I'll tell you in the process. It's really kind of this. Maybe we think the golden pocket is like a golden moment, golden opportunity because you're in that big retracement. This other stuff seems like it requires a lot of work, London. Yeah, it seems like it kind of does, huh? You have to calculate out and put in your buy orders, right? You have to actually exercise discretion and some strategy and not just say, well, everyone's talking about this. I'm going to put in $1,000 and maybe it'll go up to $4,000 or $5,000. That's not a strategy, man. That's just following in the sheep mentality of, well, collective, I don't know. That's not much of a mentality, guys. I mean, that's not much of a strategy. We're talking about accumulation of our product on a lower cost basis within a defined frequency zone, which if that frequency changes, I'll say if the duration changes here, we may adjust things a little bit. If it decides to form a new pattern and give us a different chart or something like that, yeah, we're always willing to look at things. We can talk about, is this a head and shoulders inverse right here? Yeah. I tell you, it looks choppy, doesn't it? It just looks choppy to me. Could it just skyrocket on it? Yeah, it's already given us one fake out on a head and shoulders, which we called, okay? We called that. So, yeah, that's the basis. That's the rationale. We will see how it functions because I know we will have people in this group, in the community, that will talk to me and will say, you know what? I've been following you and I've been listening and I've been learning on the side. I've taken my advice is to learn, right? I've been taking your advice to learn. And yeah, I'm making money. I want to let you know we're making money. And I've had those conversations. It's good. People talk to me. Hey, man, I've been watching the channel. I'm making money. I'd like to support you. I'd like to do this and that. And you guys can. If you want to support, you can definitely support. I brought that up yesterday. Let me see how I can do that because we'll just buy equipment. We'll put it in the kitty. We'll do something fun. But any of you who have gone up 50% or 2x your money in the last couple of weeks in the down market, you appreciate kind of the nature of that. That's phenomenal. So good job to you guys. And if you want to help build the channel, first of all, go to the Discord. Make sure you get into the Discord. You can boost the Discord. Shout out to Yoski who boosted the Discord. He did a great job. That's really phenomenal. And let's see. I'm going to throw up. I think a lot of you guys do the. What do? You do the. What do you call it? The Binance? Yeah, you do the Binance coin, etc. If you want to, you can. Let's see. If I push on receive, I'm going to try and give you guys a link if you want to support it all. I think I should monetize the channel. I think that's what I think I'm supposed to do. So we'll do that next. We will get to doing that next. This is for, I'm going to say, for Binance. If you have any kind of Binance, I'll put a donation. I'll put that up. Someone had asked, they had a problem with donating to, let's say for Binance, BNB only. I'll put donation. There you go. For Binance, a little stodgy there. My thumb's got a little large on this little cell phone. For Binance BNB only donation, and that's for me. So you guys will know that's me, and you guys have the Discord already. I'll replace the pinned message so you know it is me, and you can donate there if you'd like to. And my deal also with donation and kind of sharing the wealth, I've had big nonprofits, I've had big headquarters, I've had all these things in the past. I got to tell you guys, in terms of what I've had and what I've given to, etc., it's a pleasure to be able to give to people or to be able to support something that you really appreciate. So I could take the standpoint, no, someone asked me last night, I pinned the message last night, they asked how can they, support for my time, etc. In the past, I've always been like, I don't want any money. I don't need your money. I don't want that. But I realize I'm robbing you guys of the chance to participate in that because it's nice to be able to donate. How do I know? Because I've donated a lot of money. And it's nice to do that. So why would I not let you guys donate money or support or do something like that? That doesn't make any sense. That's nice for you guys to be able to do. I mean, it makes you feel like whole and complete and you're supporting things. So yeah, that's great. If you guys want to do that, you're welcome to do that. And yeah, so that's just kind of the way things are. Let's see what else we got here. I love the gambler terminology. I've played some serious poker, NLH, cool, PLO, also blackjack. Dude, you're going to love this channel, Kenny. You're going to see how this makes a ton of sense. You're going to get the statistics involved, everything else. You're going to like this. Yeah, great channel. Glad you're here, Kenny. I'll be sending you some coin in the near future. Thank you for the education. Yeah, we got a lot of great videos too, Kenny. Check that out, and you're just going to love it. And hey, what's up, Mr. Wendell? You got 40K from 0.02 till 17 on this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like that. All right, 40K is beautiful. All right, way to go! Congratulations, Wendell. See, we've got great stories in the community here, guys. join that Discord. You're gonna like it. You're gonna find you're in the right place because it's not Reddit. And I don't have a problem with Reddit. They have a phenomenal Wall Street Bets crew. It's dangerous. I'll tell you, it's dangerous. But with the Reddit and with the other groups, we love YouTube. It's phenomenal. We're big fans of YouTube. We're big fans of a good group on YouTube. We don't want the masses. We don't want necessarily the $1 million or the million viewers, subscribers, and the yelling and the screaming all the time. It's nice to get excited about something. And we have to be good on TV and try and be professional all the time or on the channel. But we like YouTube, we like Discord, and we have things that we like. We like a small crowd that knows what they're doing. We like people who want to be educated. You have a poker background. I like that. I like that a lot. If you can deal with statistics and probabilities, you know how to play your hand and hedge your risk. I like that. I like a good group, and not necessarily always we got 5,000 people watching. No, you can't even navigate your communications. So right now is the time to go over to, and I got to tell you guys, I have to tell you this. Right now is the time to go over to the Discord. I don't know that we won't establish a new Discord. So I would go over to the Discord now. At some point, I would copy that or something, and I would make sure I get into this Discord. Because I don't know, we may have, in 2-3 weeks, we may be dealing with things, and we may have a much larger number of people. We may decide to have 2 different Discords. All right? So that's no problem. I mean, you guys have different channels that you operate on. So let's see what we got here. Dealer, take my money. There you go. This is awesome. Double down and ask for a split. There you go. we can. Trying to be diverse, good. Don't ever put all your money in one coin, okay? Let's see, any options on Matic, etc. Sell ADA, buy more one. I like that, Tony Fat. Yeah, well, we can swing trade ADA. Just the time interval on the swing trade's annoying, huh? I mean, you got good price action on Harmony One. It's some of the best price action you're going to find anywhere. We love ADA. We love all the other coins. We love, from your Bitcoins, XRP, Ripple, Hot. You get into anything from Fetch to Theta. We love your coins. We love all your coins. I'm not going to turn any coin down. We love them. We love the price action on Harmony One, even amidst the retrace. We love the consistency, predictability of it. We just love it. You guys know that. We love it. That's why we're here. Let me see what we have. Miner, good. You into mining, good. It's not a hit or miss. He is showing us what he sees, and you do your own research to come up with a game plan and stick to it. Good luck. All right. I like this. Way to go, Miner One. I like that. Somebody's got the deal. The dogs are barking. Time for a jog. Pretty much. You got it, Wendell. Yeah, Mr. Wendell already knows. That is about the story, and it's the other dogs are barking my legs. I need to get out there and do some exercise. You guys do one thing for me. Realize that you need to keep all of your relationships in a kind of harmony is a good word, because you need to keep a balance between your personal relationship, your relationship with yourself, while you're trading and you're kind of subsumed with this activity and this conduct, which places you outside of the norm. You need to establish or maintain your other relationships in life. If you're married, if you have kids, okay? Now, if you're learning, and this is kind of an educational process, I understand that. But do pay attention to those other relationships. As you neglect those other relationships, remind yourself, I'll say remember and remind yourself that those were worth as much personal investment to you as this ever was right now. So don't give up on that investment. Don't let that go cold in terms of relationships, your families, everything like that, just because this is hot right now. Because this can, theoretically, and you could just decide you're not as interested. It could go cold on you because you could just decide it's not as interesting. Okay? And you don't want to lose those other things that you have invested in your life. Spend time with your family, with your folks, with your kids, with your job or your other vocation, your hobby, whatever it is. Continue to engage in that because you found that worthwhile investing in the past. While things can change, it's nice to maintain a balance. And if you can maintain that balance, you're in one of the few there. D, hey, shout out D, how are you? I'm glad you are loving the channel and the vibe. Good, very good. Head over to the Discord. We had placed that up. And what I will do is I'll replace the Discord. I put the BNB, that's my Binance address there. Not Binance address, that's my Trust Wallet address for the Trust Wallet. If you guys would like to, someone had mentioned that last night, so I went ahead and put that up there. Let's put the Discord back up there just so you guys know where the Discord is. If you want to take a screenshot if you need to, take a screenshot of the Binance if you guys want to be involved on a, I don't know, promo or kind of a, whatever kind of ground level that is. I don't know what that would be, what you would call that. Just a support level. I'm going to give you the opportunity to support because that's some of the best things I know of in my past is being able to support things. So why wouldn't I give you guys the opportunity? You're a great group. And we'll deal with the super chats and all the other stuff. Once this thing, if things continue to grow, you'll appreciate the simpler times. I know you will. So there's the Discord. I'm going to pin that. We'll replace the pin message. Take a screenshot of the address if you'd like to send. Just send Binance coin if you want to send Binance coin, and we'll fund it into the kitty. Okay, we call it the kitty, kind of like the Annie or whatever else. We'll fund that up. You guys watch these other channels right now as they're going just ballistic, and now they're excited and now they're not excited. Well, this has changed today, and now they have a new opinion on this. Guys, we don't waver, do we? I'm just telling you, we don't waver. We haven't wavered at all. We haven't wavered one bit. As other people are having problems and doing different things, coming up on different train, on the gravy train. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. So, no. People are wondering about a hedge, okay? I'm just going to bring up briefly, very briefly, on the way out the door here. Fetch has been one that we have looked at, and it's one that we'll take a greater look at. I have mentioned that as well as BNB as being very strong. BNB as a potential hedge for you guys to look at. Fetch up 15% today. BNB up 6.13%. Okay? Those are two we'll continue to look at very heavily. There's some other major concerns, but that's amongst the overall market, while Bitcoin is flat along with everything else that's slightly off. Okay? Okay? This is our kind of group here. And we're looking at Fetch, which has a good day. So we haven't done diagnostics on that yet. We just haven't, because I want the community to grow and you guys to understand kind of the evolution of what your expectations should be of yourself, even in terms of a workload or a processing. If you decide to adopt this strategy and you've researched it and you say, yes, I do like this. There's maybe 4 or 5 other competing strategies, but I want you to understand the workload, okay, and what's kind of involved in a rationally minded approach, economics approach to this market. We'll look into that. I just don't want to overwhelm anyone. I'll mention a few things. BNB, I keep mentioning. Hello. Okay, that's it. And so let's go from there. Where are you from, Kingdom? Good question. Family is originally from England. Just so you know, I live in Texas. I've spent time in Pebble Beach. I've been around the world 3 or 4 times. I have studied at Harvard Business School, Duke University. I have recently received an intelligence graduate certification at the graduate level and placed at like top of like 40,000 students. What else? I have spent time in Malibu, California, which is a nice place. I like that. I've lived in London, London, Spain, Madrid, overseas, on and through India. I've traveled to multiple countries and been around the planet, like I said, like 4 or 5 times, however many times. And hey, New York, what's going on? I love New York. That's my backyard, man. New York is literally my backyard, -1. Don't worry about it. That's the only place, honestly, out of all the places I go to in the world, I go to New York, and it's like I showed up back home and everybody's happy. I don't know why. I just love it in New York. It's honestly just, when I go there, everybody's, if they're from the South or some different kind of area, it's just, they don't want to plug in, they don't fit in, they don't feel right with the guys or whoever on the street. That's just where I feel comfortable. So it's funny that you would guess that. Yeah, you have a good intuition, because that's literally like my backyard. Every time I show up, it's like, I'm home. I just feel like that. And I just always know when it's time to go back to New York. So I'd like to know where you guys are from too. Can we create a Crypto Kingdom group for staking? Good question. Crypto Kingdom NFT for charity. I have the Flame Point Siamese, a real tiger kitty. If you want a free pick for an NFT charity. Cool. I understood maybe about half of that. I'd like you to get in on the Discord. Excuse me. Pardonnez-moi. Get in on the Discord, Kenny, and let's see what. Wendell, it is Culture Mix. Appreciate that, Chrissy. Very nice. Nice to have you here, Chrissy. We are very fortunate and honored to have you here. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. So let's see, Kenny, get in with Discord. All of you plug into Discord. We have covered the basics. You guys understand the acquisition schedule, how it plugs in, and you're seeing it in real time. I wanted to bring it to you in real time. Last night we discussed it, but now it's in real time. Okay, it's going on in real time, and you saw the support levels that we reached. Beautiful, perfect. You see the Fibonacci's work. All right, it's not that complicated. Just make sure you draw them correctly. Make sure you know the trends and where to draw them precisely, what to leave in, which time frames to be in, whether or not you should be on candles or on a line, price chart, etc. So as we bring in this amount of money over into the Fibonacci level, you see we're hitting the levels. Beautiful, all right? You understand we need more below. You understand how the cash transfers over and why. Higher levels, less amount of money invested. The more you get down into a retracement, then yes, your levels go up, just like when the price goes down, the demand increases. So you have probably never heard that in the context of anything related to the stock market or stock trading or crypto trading. As your price goes down, your demand increases. Everyone wants to jump on the train, you're going to land on the tracks. The speeding bullet train's going out the door. You're getting marketed to by a market maker. Okay? The market maker is marketing to you to sell you, most of the time, something at a higher price. If you're new in the industry, don't buy that. You're buying someone else's product where they bought it at a lower price. All right? You buy low and then you sell high. You let the market maker sell your product. You put him to work for you. You get a good price as price drops. After any pricing event, you re-engage with the market maker and say, it has gotten to an appropriate price for me. I want this lower price. I want you to sell it up here. I appreciate you taking the price up to that point. I'm now going to unload it, and I will allow you, bravo, market maker, to go to work on behalf of me to sell this to other individuals who like the story. Okay? They like the story. They like the facts. They don't have time to be involved. They just say, okay, it's a great one. It's been up over the last 5 weeks. It's been up 200, 300%. That's good enough for me. Just go ahead and buy some of those today. No problem. We're watching the details of this. We care about the details of this. All right? And we like, while it's in a consolidation sideways pattern and going into a retracement, we like doubling our money on a strategy basis, the strategy doubling. We like that. So you guys be good. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I do like the NFC and the charity ideas. Go ahead and plug into the Discord. You can rewind a bit if you'd like to support for BNB. It'll be pinned up on the top a little bit earlier in the stream. Last night was a huge one discussing different entries in the overall. The stream was discussing, and it was a little bit cleaner. No yelping pups. Sorry for that in the beginning of this one. We'll manage that. Don't bite off on the market maker sending you promo wanting to unload other people's product at a higher price. They'll all appreciate it, but we're on the other side of that. We get in at the lower price. We just hit this 30% right here, dead on with our price target. So that's the group we're in. We get good prices. Prices go down, we have more demand, period. So look forward to you guys having a great day. Go take on your day. Be good to the people around you. Protect your investment. Don't fall off. Every time you see those, unless you're heavily invested, and you see those promo pieces by the exchanges, that's not for you guys. You know that, right? And that's for other people to buy what you have, most likely. Go ahead and hit that like button before we get out of here. We have 84 people in here. Hit the like button. We had some technological difficulties with small yelping puppy dogs earlier on, which was, I think, 7 people didn't like the dogs. I didn't like them either, but we do have 84 people, so go ahead and hit the like button if you can. Let's get those up before the end of the tape here. And we'll just push this out and see who wants to learn. We'll refer back to this in terms of the pricing action. So in the accumulation, buying the dip. And we may make a cleaner video at some point, and I'll let my voice rest for a bit because we've been a little bit strained out trying to keep you guys updated. But it's been a pleasure. So you guys have a fantastic day. It's been a pleasure, and we'll shoot me up in the it's very easy in the Discord. Just shoot me up with any kind of or hit me up with any kind of a question, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a pleasure. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk to you soon.